What? Oh, Lord, girl, what'd you do to yourself?
Lights, camera, video.
Yeah, I'll need everybody's videos up.
Where's your mom?
Huh?
Where's your mom?
It's the smartest looking kid I know.
Who? Me?
Did Mom already see it?
Yeah, she saw it.
Well, then don't go up there and disturb her with it if it's already taken care of.
So, what do you want me to do with it?
No, she cut her leg. She wants, do I show Mom? No, Mom will freak fuck out. Don't show her that. You're good.
We all here?
No.
I don't know.
Amasa check. Heather
Where's
check.
Rain?
Beaver check. Daniel check. Maybe he's not camera friendly tonight.
I haven't heard him say a thing since he came in.
Yeah.
Where's Maxwell?
Are you here, Ray?
Yeah.
How are you doing? So the last time we left off, players found themselves in Targos, ran into a dog, which led him to his master, who found out that his husband, who had trained the dog since a pup, is supposed to be attached to the dog, and is very concerned for his husband, who left for an expedition a week and a half ago to Kelvin's Cairn to take him up the mountain. A group of players and adventurers, and he left with a roaming caravan, Targos's, and Targas. I'm sorry, I keep getting Targos and Targas mixed up, but they did leave. They said they went to Caer Konig at the was it Stones Far expedition to acquire some mountain climbing gear and Frozen Far. I said Stone Far. Frozen Far expeditions. They all came back. He's concerned. He offered you guys paintings to secure, locate, or find out the whereabouts of his husband. And I believe you guys said yes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys went exploring around the town a little bit and tried to get some information. Maxwell found an abandoned town home, and Kage found some information and intel about the lotteries, and everyone went to the inn except for some people went to a bar and inn because they didn't know which one was what because of me. So for that, I apologize. I'll do better on my names. Make sure you know which one is which, but most of the party was at the inn, except for Denali and Ace, who stayed at the tavern to drink. Kage went in looking for a tiefling named Scath, and she found his room. She knocked on it, and he was getting perturbed and threatened arrest, which forced Rurik to leave the area and retire to his room. Further altercations escalated the situation further, and the town militia were called. When we left, about 20 to 30 soldiers were at the top of the stairs in the hallway, where Eric, Maxwell, and Kage are currently at. No, Kage left too. So
Well,
it's
they
just
were doing
Eric.
a check for the lock picking last that.
Hmm?
They were doing a check for lock picking, if I remember. I'm not sure if you went into Rurik or tried to lock pick.
No. Who's in the hallway still? I believe it was Eric,
Myself.
Maxwell, and Masiko. Okay.
Masahiko.
And then Scat came out and said, "Now who's got the fucking problem?" And that is where we're going to begin our night. as he's holding his short sword up to you, and the guards have told you all to drop your weapons and put your hands up.
Wonderful. You can never buy good enough help. Sir, Scaff, can we, please, tamper down? I understand the two that are assisting me this night are rightfully perturbed you right at this point.
You're here in the other room. Scarth, let our guest in. Send everyone off. It's not time for this. Come from the room. Scath looks at you all, puts his short sword away, and he goes to talk to the guards. Go inside! As he walks away from you guys. And what do you do?
Is he telling the party to go inside?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming those that are in the hall. So at this point,
Yeah.
me, you, and
So Eric's gonna begrudgingly walk inside.
I'll
As you
go on.
Where's Skaith at as Eric's walking inside?
He's walking towards the steps to talk to the guards, tell them to false alarm, to go home, and go stand
Oh,
by.
as he passed Eric and Eric walked inside the room, he kind of brushed up on his shoulder.
So he kind of walked off before you guys started moving.
Can it happen anyway?
Sure. And he dodges it.
Good.
No, kidding. I mean, if you want to go start shit with him, you can. He's just down the hallway.
Oh, I'm not
He's a
trying to start shit,
tiefling,
I'm
man.
just
How did
walking
you
by.
reach?
Yeah, just accidentally bumped into him as I was walking by.
So they rub cod pieces on the way by. Wow.
Piece of shit.
This guy's into the room. There's a man sitting in a recliner facing the fire, and on his shoulders that you can't see his face. There is a green and red snake, flying snakes on his shoulders, and they kind of turn their heads. He's handing them little pieces of meat. And there's some seats behind you, a sofa and a desk and a bed. It looks very nice in here, but it's dark. And there's only a candlelit desk, the hearth, and table. As he grabs his glass with his back turned to you. What are you all looking for? Trouble.
Nothing of the sort, just... We came into town and we're trying to gain some information. We've noticed, our companion here, the Dragonborn, knows that the town hall's in straight disarray. Could be happened that this frost maiden that everyone speaks of could have caused that.
No. It was abandoned. This place suits me well. He stands up, and he's got long black hair, with a hood. He's wearing like black clothing. He has a hood on, but he has like this jet black hair that goes down his back, looks wet almost, and just combed. And he's got a shaven face, and he looks like he's been around. Shaven face, a couple of scars on his cheeks and eyes as he turns around. Deep green eyes. Medium build. He reaches his hand out to all of you. My name is Voslika Bronth.
It's a pleasure.
What's his name? Vosslicker Bronth?
It's his character from Tyranny of Dragons.
Oh, that voice did sound familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense now.
It's customary to shake one's hand when it's presented to you.
I'm gonna
I
extend
was
my
trying to figure out
hand.
who that was. Oh, okay.
Masahiko Ichikawa is my name. Come here in service looking for a merchant family.
And he sticks his hand in front of Maxwell. My name is Fossila Cabronth.
I grab his hand and I just say, Maxwell, I seek knowledge.
And for Eric, he doesn't extend his hand, he extends his arm. My name is Fossila.
And then Eric's gonna reciprocate and grab his forearm.
When you
Sturdy.
guys grab forearms, you
Uh-huh.
feel like this guy's got some power. Not as much as you, but it's more than a human should have at this point.
Alright, and as I do that, or as he does that, he says, Eric Madigan.
Pleasure to meet you all. Excuse me. And he heads to the door. Scarf, finish up with them and come back in here. Let's have a talk. And he closes the double doors. Please, have a seat. Can I offer you something to drink?
Mead, if you have.
Water's fine for me.
I'll take it.
I have spirits and water. Of course, you guys, your water. 2 spirited drinks. And he still has the flying snakes on his shoulders. Where are you all from? No, my manners, please, have a seat.
Well, I'm gonna take a seat.
I, too, will take a seat.
I prefer to stand. But thank you.
Me too. And he continues standing. So what brings you to my fair city in Tarkovs?
Oh, well, we're traveling from Brinchander and came across a man looking for his wife. So, apparently there was this gentleman of yours over here that made a threat to my friend, and I didn't take likely to it, so I made a comment.
It's a misunderstanding, eh? Words thrown around violently. No regard to who it offends or hurts. I can understand that. Just then, Scath walks in. As Scath walks up to Vossler stand beside him, he's got this smirk on his face. And like a flash of lightning, you just see this backhand hit Scath across the face. And he kind of just... You talk to my guest like that one more time, I'll fucking end you. I'm sorry, they come here talking... And he just gave him the look. You have to forgive my mate here. He's... brash, as they would say. But he means well. And he does good work. I wouldn't trust anyone else here with my life but him. Kind of, broke him down and built him back up in one sitting. Scath. Fetch us, Leger. Yes, sir. And he leaves out of the double doors and he closes them quietly behind him.
So as he leaves, Eric's gonna open his mouth and he's gonna say, well, back to what I was saying. We left Brinchander trying to help somebody find their loved one and prior to that, we were looking for, perhaps investigating a particular situation. We were told to, or asked rather, to look into a number of killings or murders in 10 towns.
They're called light killer murders.
What do you say? I'm sorry, I missed that.
The cold light killer murders.
I don't know. There were 3 reported.
And the killings occurred after they paid their way out of the lotteries.
A question.
Please.
This lottery you speak of, our friend, who is a little bit more brash than they should be, mentioned it as well. What is this lottery?
The Council of Speakers that I'm a part of are in charge of all the 10 towns in the area. Because you know who has done you know what. Everyone's concerned and fearful, and they feel they have to sacrifice something to curb the never-ending winter here. It was their bright idea that each town sacrifice something. People, food, resources. We know it's all shit, but it's what they can do to control the masses. My town, Bremen, and East Haven have all decided to sacrifice human. To make it fair, we created lotteries in each town where you pull the names of all your populace. And whatever name is drawn each month gets sacrificed to Allreal, the Frost Maiden. Turns out, it's a lucrative business if you want to make some coin around here. My number 2 has been allowing people to buy them way out of the lotteries. Turns out, other towns have as well, because no one really believes they help. They just do it to calm. I'm a man of the law, and I follow strict rules of codes that I believe in. But I didn't know.
Well, that's quite barbaric, even for me.
It seems to me that people who find themselves buying their way out of the lottery become the next ticket drawn. An easy sacrifice to
If
make
I
the
find
coin.
out my man has been killing people who've been buying their way out of lottery with their hard-earned money, I'll kill him myself. But I don't think it's him. Don't really.
Then it would be somebody who has knowledge that they did. It isn't 3 separate towns. And if each one bought their way out of the lottery, something else is behind it. I couldn't imagine your old man jumping between East Haven, Bryn Shander, and Targus in a night.
Seems we're on the same page then, friend. So, who do you work for?
We work for no one. We work together. We're traveling the lands all on a separate mission, but the forces that be brought us together.
Are you an adventuring party?
A
Something of
lot
that
of people
nature.
have called us that, yes. I
I like the
suppose
term
that's what we are.
mercenary better myself.
Coin to be had. Sure.
So you came here to Targos looking for information about the killings. And you stirred up a hornet's nest with Scath.
Regrettably, yes.
Unintentionally.
So what's your next move?
Our next move, you ask?
The only other question I have for you is it Targos Shipping Company? Is that what it was called?
Targs Merchant Company.
Merchant Company. Sorry. The
That's
Targs
all right.
Merchant Company. What do you know of them?
Yeah, they roam around selling their wares here and there, all over town. They set up shop through the caravans. What do you know about them?
It would seem that they were present at the 3 towns where the murders took place, or so we were told. And they may very well be involved with our missing man that we were asked to find as well.
Right. That's why we're looking for information. Correlation does not create causation, but it's too coincidental.
Well, today's your lucky day, friends. I just happen to be the man with information you could possibly use. The person you're looking for is Torga, dwarvish captain of the caravan. She's quite the cunt. She roams around with bandits, steals and pillages and plunders where she can, and then she sells the filthy items back to the poor peoples of Icewind Dale. And she has a bodyguard, a man by the name of Suffolk Caltro. He's not from around here, I'll tell you that. I don't know anything about him, but I know he's quite ruthless.
What's her name?
Torga.
Self.
Torga.
Oh, Torga, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is information that we already have. Is that not right, Maxwell? Masahiko.
That is rather right, but perhaps we can ask a more ambitious question. You have intensive knowledge of this lottery, correct?
It's my town, my lottery.
Would you happen to know of other towns, people that buy into it?
East Haven and Bremen.
I have a question too. Now that we're on the matters, why doesn't the 3 Flags sailing allow you to have a dog in to drink? I don't understand.
Marwyn lent you in with your hound.
No, she told me he wasn't allowed. So I told her I would keep my coin, and I left.
If you take
Dog.
care of her, she'll take care of you. She doesn't
All
want
right,
a
then.
filthy beast in her tavern. Then that's what she wants.
All right, then. Well,
Dog.
that sums up the questions I have.
Dog matters aside, perhaps you'd be willing to leave with who currently bought out, and potentially we could probably catch this person that's betraying you.
Well,
After all, the only people that are dying are the ones that are paying you to escape death.
it seems you have all the information you need, friend. But I do know one thing. Don't. It comes at a price. Sometime in the near future, I'm gonna need the assistance of an unknown traveling band of mercenaries to help me with a bit of a problem. And on that day, I expect I shall have that help. Agreed?
Agreed.
I
As you've
suppose
graciously
if it'll
seen
help.
us.
But tomorrow evening, Torga and her band of merry fucking mercenaries will be south of Kelvin's Khan, setting up shop.
And you know this to be true?
I am a man of information.
I would tend to believe him. Somebody who hurts his interests like that, I agree, wouldn't do well for your business.
Eric's gonna turn his head back to Masahiko and Maxwell, and he's gonna say, I suppose we shouldn't be wasting any more time then, and no more of his.
I'll tell you what, you scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. How's this for a scratch? All your states at this end were on the house, for as long as you need.
I suppose it's more than fair.
And I'll have a talk with Ma, see if she can have an exemption to the rule, and let your hound in with you.
Well, it may be temporary. Depends on if we find this person we're supposed to look for.
Do we have a deal?
I'm gonna extend my hand out to shake, kind of knowingly, like, shake my hand, I'll make the deal.
And he goes to shake your hand and he stops and he says, where are my bandits? He pulls out 4 shot glasses.
I'm not doing a shot.
I know,
I'll
I
take
got
it.
you. In game, you're doing one?
Yes, in game I'll do one.
Okay.
No.
We seal a deal with a drink, or the deal's not done.
Well, I'm not accustomed to this, but I suppose a free drink isn't bad.
He hands you the glasses of these spirits. And he says, to brighter futures, friends. He takes a shot.
Gestures.
Was that tequila?
No, it's ginger ale.
It was vinegar. Coward.
Then he shakes his... Then he puts his hand out. I'm sorry.
And
Well, if there's anything else you need, you know where I am.
I'm looking for a cooking set. Not a mess kit.
I can't help you there. Check Triglio's.
Thank you.
As you guys walk to the double doors, and Scath comes in and runs in and hands him his ledger. He leans over, and you hear him say, send a sending stone to Mila. Tell him all right, and we may have an answer to our problem. And that I love her. Oh, one more thing, gents. Keep your business to yourself in my town. The town will leave you alone. It's the best advice I can give you.
We'll heed those words.
You'll have a fine evening, and welcome to Targus. And he goes and he sits down. There's flying snakes and Scath quietly closes the door. Bitches.
Bitches. What'd you say? I said, bitch.
I was thinking the same thing, Ray.
All right, torch the building.
All right, so we walk out of the room, shaking hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Can I knock on the door that Kage went into?
You gotta find it, because I don't even know where she went.
Well, Eric saw her go into the door, like pick it.
The nearest one. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be occupied, it could not be. Who knows? The person might be dead.
Oh yeah, go up
It's
to
not
it.
occupied anymore.
You can
Yeah, I'm
find
gonna
out.
go out there and I'm gonna knock on it, okay?
Imagine her jumping out of a third-story window, like, fuck this shit!
Go and knock on the door.
I ain't no criminal.
No, I'm knocking on the door where Kage is.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah,
hear a
you
knock.
And yeah, you'll. Oh. And here's a knock, and you don't hear anything. It's just quiet as a mouse. You want to say anything?
Kage's gonna open the door and just stare at the barbarian and say, yeah.
I scared them away. Let's go. It's time to go.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna walk out and follow the barbarian.
You guys walk out.
Such a
Where you
simplistic
go?
conversation between the rogue that doesn't reveal much and the simplistic man of the wild. I swear to God. I scared them away. Okay, let's go.
Do you know what room Rurik is in?
No, he's the only one that had keys and knows where all the rooms are at.
Did I happen to maybe get perception to see where he went?
Yeah, he went down the steps.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the barbarian and say, the dwarf went down these steps.
Well, that doesn't really help us too much. I don't know where the fuck he is, so I suppose we have to find him.
You could just shout his name. Maybe say you got an ale.
Cleric!
It's time to drink!
Did I hear this?
Shake an ale bottle and you hear him come running.
Roll a perception check. Tell me what you get.
Okay.
'Cause I'm helping.
Yeah. Tell you what I get. Roger that.
Having to say,
Lord. 22.
Yeah, you
When-
hear that voice.
When I hear ale, man, I come running. What are you talking about? I'm open door. Did someone say time to drink?
Yes, they're extending an
Yeah.
invitation to the
Come
prison.
on down. We're down in the lobby, right? Or by the bar, or whatever.
I think we were still
no.
upstairs.
You're in
Yeah,
the
right.
second
Oh,
floor.
it's upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's I believe the 7 rooms.
Yeah, that's what you
Okay.
said.
There's enough
Everybody.
for-
Yeah, you said there was a room for everyone. So I'll open the door, or I already opened the door, and I'm gonna walk out and close the door behind me and lock it. And I'm gonna walk over to go in the direction I heard the voice.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm gonna go in the direction I heard Eric and Kage, Kage's voices.
Eric. Not
Yeah.
Eric. Sorry. Rick.
They both end with it.
Yeah.
So I see you didn't get arrested.
No,
Fate
I
would have
scared
it.
them away.
Don't listen to him. Fate would have it, and we had a very lovely conversation with the speaker.
Before I left you, I forgot to give you your keys. So I'm gonna do that now before some shit hits the fan again, possibly, and you guys don't have a place to go
Oh, that's
into.
a great fucking idea.
So I'm gonna go.
I'm glad you thought of it after the fact.
Yeah. Well, at the time, I was just a little bewildered by the situation that we had got, or I shouldn't say we, that certain people in the party have gotten ourselves into, but it doesn't matter. The point is,
Kage stares blankly.
you're
How
all,
could you say that?
you're
You
all,
were bewildered. Someone was about to be beheaded.
well, I know, but Anyway,
All of that aside, we still have 2 other members, and despite what you might think, Eric, at least we did get information.
that is what I was getting at. At least we're all alive and well, and nobody is hurt. That is the important thing. And I would pretty
let's
sure.
say... Oh, go on.
I would think that Denali and Ace are about trashed at this point. If the way Denali is, we might want to get back to the tavern because I feel like a woman of that strength might be challenging the men to arm wrestling at this point and breaking limbs off. We might want to head over there before she gets us into trouble over in that establishment as well.
I'll be honest, the last time we all went drinking as a group, the 2 women basically started a bar fight and killed people.
Well,
Can we avoid that again? Because we nearly got arrested.
Wait, time-wise, isn't it still like 2 p.m.?
yeah, I mean, I would say if I had to guess, you guys probably spent a good, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes with that guy, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it was still like noon when we were up there,
Yeah.
so...
But I mean,
I
the
just
way
wanted to make sure time-wise we know where we're at, because information... Yeah.
she was probably slamming mead, like the way she was drinking her mead, man. She's probably on number 12 by now.
24.
To be honest, she's probably more fearsome drunk. But, regardless, we should head to the tavern, grab a drink, and share what we've gotten, the information we have.
Well,
And
let's
decide
go.
what to
What
do
are we
from
doing?
there.
Y'all go ahead. I'd like a word with Kage, if I could.
Very well. I want to make my way towards the tavern.
I gave you all room keys, by the way. Everybody's got a room key now. Except Denali and Ace. I'll give them theirs.
Okay.
The DM makes a note.
When they're out of earshot, I'll talk to Kage.
Oh, we're outside by now.
Yeah,
You guys-
Masahiko, Eric, and Max will walk out of the building, yeah?
Oh, I don't know what Masahiko's doing, but yeah.
Because you guys are heading to the tavern called Three Flags Sailing.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes.
Yeah.
The tavern.
Yes. Oh, and the dog's with me.
Yes, the dog is with you.
Boy.
Perfect. Boy.
Okay.
Eh.
You guys head out, and you're going to start heading towards Three Flags Sailing, the tavern.
I'm gonna look at Kage after they leave. We seem to be getting off on the wrong foot, then the right foot, then the wrong foot. And I don't consider myself...
They're just feet.
What?
They're just feet.
But my point being that it seems like I don't know if you feel emotion, but I do. And I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to get to know you. And I know you don't want that, but I would like that. I would like to be able to know who that person is that's getting the information from unknown, because I know you gathered information for us, and possibly mostly for yourself, but you assisted us. So how do I communicate with you to where you actually care about what we think as a group?
In order to speak to me, you use words.
But you don't
and then
have
you will
to.
communicate
I
among each
understand
other
that you may be
for
thinking.
information.
You're thinking in a.
Unfortunately, I don't have for you of what you seek. I have my ways and you will have yours. If I die, I die. If you die, you die. We just happen to be on the same path right now.
Do you believe in a god?
I used to. Maybe.
Do you serve a god?
I serve my queen.
When she says queen, do I know who she's talking about?
No, you don't.
Okay. And this queen, is she a a leader of a sovereign nation in the material plane?
Say that again, sorry.
Is she a leader of a sovereign nation in the material plane?
She who commands does not belong from here, nor do I.
Then if you don't belong from here, then why do you seek things from here? Why does your mission not pertain on the other plane that you are from?
Because my plane does not have what I need.
And what is it you seek?
Lamb.
You want it? Go fetch.
Can I eat him? It's not a quote.
Oh, okay, sorry. Not right now, Wolf. But maybe later. I seem to need to go now. I will see you at the tavern.
Then we'll go. And
If we go, let's go.
And I guess continue walking. Hey, you can't say I'm not trying. I'm trying, but it's really hard. It's really hard.
And Max, I was like, I hope to God that those two aren't killing each other.
They weren't that long behind you guys. So you guys are all heading to Three Flags Sailing, the tavern where it's called Three Flags Sailing and you drink at. And you arrive to find that the place is a little bit more cheerful because Denali and the Ace have a bunch of fishermen sitting around listening to a story she's telling about something.
And that was the first time I defeated a group of 5 men on my own.
And everyone's like, ooh.
And I'm going to look over at Ma and say, "More ale for the table, please."
She nods her head and she goes to get some ale.
Hey, Denali, I have a very good question for you. Have you ever had chocolate?
I have only heard of this chocolate you speak.
Well,
People
lucky
say
for
it
you,
is a delicacy.
it is. It's quite tasty if you want to put it that way, which it is. I'm gonna go dig in my bag and pull out the chocolate that I've taken from the place that Esquinor rented, because I did that. Yeah. And then I'm gonna hand some to her.
It's a square of brown.
Is this from the earth?
No, it is not from the earth. I believe it's from trees that have cocoa. I forgot the name. But please do try it.
So I'm gonna like look at it and sniff it and kind of lick it a little bit. And after that first lick, like my eyes light up, and I just shove the whole thing in my mouth.
Bite your fingers. And it's delectable, it's delicious, it's life-altering, it's better than killing, it's better than war, it's better than sex, it is heaven and a square.
How many pieces did Ace give me?
One. Just one.
I am like enjoying it and then instantly regretting eating it all in one bite. Where can we get more of this? I need it. And I'm like sucking the shit out of my fingers, like trying to savor every last bit.
And at that moment, the rest of your adventuring party walks into the tavern.
As we do, I'm gonna look at Kage. And I'm gonna say, do you know a paladin is?
Yes, I know what a paladin is.
Do you know why they wear chainmail? Because it's a holy armor. And I'm gonna walk in.
I would assume it's because their bodies are weak. And they need the armor to protect them so they live longer. For a shorter time.
We really have to work on your sense of humor, but it's okay.
We're all together and we all heard this, right?
Yes, you did.
Those are bold words coming from someone who was incinerated by a fireball.
Armor just slows you down.
I agree with the barbarian.
But I'm still here.
A mystery for another time.
So we walk inside.
I want to.
Yep, your dog stays outside.
No, you said. Well, I don't know.
She hasn't got the word yet.
Okay.
Alright, hang on. The dog. Damn it. I don't know if I have anything in my inventory to tie this fucking dog up.
You got rope?
You got rope?
You can just tell him, sit, heel, don't fucking move.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Maybe in the mess kit.
Roll for intimidation.
By the powers of the DM, the dog will stay in place.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. Alright then. He's gonna sit. Alright. And I'm gonna walk inside.
And suddenly, you're in the tavern.
Oh.
Hey,
Stop it.
hey, Eric, it's kind of dead in here. Why don't you pull out the old bagpipes and liven up the place a little bit?
Oh, I don't have my bagpipes with me.
Well, where'd you leave them?
In his
I
bag?
left them at the stables. Oh wait, you know what? I think I do have the bags on me. Or the bagpipes.
You've just been lugging out these long, like, porcelain tubes hanging out of your back this whole time. When you lean against the wall, it's like,
Sounds
When
like
you
a
bump
bad
rock
trumpet
pieces with
player.
it's really awkward. You get it stuck on, like, doorways. You're like, gonna duck under it, knock shit over. Sorry.
Sorry. So Eric's gonna say, "Sure. Is there a stage I could play on?"
Well, the
That
lady's
looks
name.
good. And he runs over and clears off a table and jumps on top of it.
Hope the table don't break.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Can
If
you
only-
just get that guy?
The table rolls a constitution check.
Yeah, have to jump on the table. All
Well,
right.
we would have a steel chair, but we're not in Brinchander.
And then you hear, what the fuck are you doing? Get off my table!
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go to the back of the room. I'm not gonna jump on the table. It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But the dog
You
is
didn't want
inside.
to make that saving throw for the table.
All of the sled dogs jump on the table with them.
Yeah.
Into a Disney musical.
Yeah.
That's
the
done.
the six.
He's like, you won't let one dog in? How about 30?
Ma says, hey, you big fucker. You're forgetting your friend. And she opens the door and lets you ground it. And he just runs on in.
Oh shit.
Any misses you're picking up, not me.
All right. Thank you.
I'm going to take a seat by our Goliath friend and Ace Flumpy.
Okay.
If anybody else will be joining me.
I'm
Oh,
sitting
sure.
with Ace and the dragon.
Good.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna walk over to Ma.
It's getting around 5, 6 p.m. We're about to hit twilights.
So as Maxwell and Kage sit down, I'm going to tell them. I tried to question some of the patrons here to get information about our journey. I did not learn much, but I learned that the fishers are being attacked by the Dualden. I can't say that, sorry. By the lake. I also
Mare
learned...
Dualden.
That's what I said. I also learned of chocolate. And it is
Chocolate,
better
dear.
than ale.
Chocolate.
Well, it seems you're cultured now, at least a little bit.
I smile and there's still chocolate in my teeth.
You say you hear tales of a monster attacking the fishermen?
Yes.
We
We're
saw
not
that
very forthcoming.
when we came in. We saw that was a frozen river, or like a harbor, right?
Judging by the map, I'm assuming we would have noticed just because we would have passed by.
Well, that's what I'm asking her. Did we?
Notice what?
That
That
the
the lake
harbor's frozen.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
frozen
right.
solid.
Wait a minute, did they leave what was in previous Icewind Dales in the campaign? That's interesting.
So, you're saying fishermen saying they're attacked? It's a solid sheet out there. There's no way they could be attacked by anything.
They
They're
did
even
not say
fishing.
that it came from the lake, just that it was near the lake.
I don't know if I mentioned it, but that wasn't in this town.
Oh, you just said Mayor Dualden, so yeah, perhaps not.
That happened in Bremen.
Oh, okay, which is along the... Okay, I know where that is.
Okay.
It's a little bit further. We too have information. Oh my god, these bagpipes. I love it.
Maul's about to throw a rag at your face.
We too have information.
All right, that's great. That's great.
Fuck. I don't know why it's so funny. Trying to have a conversation with this fucker's just.
The fishermen care very much. They're just like, all right, story's over. They go back to their tables to eat their food, and let's add music to the misery.
Oh, yeah.
You're feeling right now.
Oh, Maxwell. I have a question for you, Maxwell, before you tell us the information you've gathered. Care for some chocolate?
I will pass.
Is that a
All
spell?
right then. No, it's not a spell, dear. It's less of a pastry and more of a sweet dessert you'd eat. It's quite delicious if you've ever tried one. Have you, Kage?
I don't remember.
Some people
Well,
say that if you eat it, you don't need to eat other things sometimes. It takes away your craving for regular food.
It's just
Now,
a
Kage.
delicacy. It's nothing that grand.
Maybe
God,
not
you
to
just looked
you,
at the cleric.
Masahiko, but to people that's never tried it, it very well could be grand to them. I mean, look at the smile on Denali's face.
That's a fair point.
Some things that you find very normal and run-of-the-mill, other people would find fascinating and glorious.
Is he gonna give me one?
Do you want one?
I will try it.
Okay. I will now hand her one chocolate.
I bite into the chocolate.
And you
And I
roll
chew
a
it.
history check.
Yeah, roll that history check. Let's freshen up some memories.
Still have metagaming going on tonight, huh?
What are you talking about?
It does not. It does not.
What? Chocolate?
I'm just playing bagpipes.
Okay. So I'm just going to look at Ace and tell him it tastes the same.
Chocolate does have that effect. Tasting the same.
Delicious.
No, it tastes the same as everything else.
Is everyone gonna eat here tonight? You guys look hungry. You need to eat before you leave. Mom's not leaving, and you will pay for it when you have it.
What are you serving?
Food, child. Food. We got fish, and restaurant special. Fish.
Our rogue is quite perceptive with your menu.
Ooh.
Seems fishy to me, but all right.
I'll take the special, please.
Yeah, I'll take one too. And Denali, would you care for another one?
All right, knucklehead trout for all the knuckleheads.
Yes,
I'll
please.
just have the fish.
Which
As
one
she
do you
says that,
prefer? The
Eric's
fish
gonna
or
like
the...
reach up and touch his head.
I would say get the restaurant special, the fish.
Folks are retarded.
So Denali is going to look over at Maxwell. You said you had information for our quest.
To catch you up on some of the things we were tasked with, or asked to take care of. There are murders happening between the three cities. Or, not between them, but there are three cities that the murders took place in. The information we found out is that each person bought out of a lottery that the towns hold in terms of sacrificing people. In that case, that information means that they were not to be selected to be dead, and yet they are. And in each case, the Targs Merchant Company had been to these cities as well. Which you may have recognized from our quest to find a man.
Yes. Garrett's husband.
Mm-hmm. None of this happens to be super new. Super. But the information we did get is that they will be posting up near Kelvin's cairn tonight.
No, tomorrow.
I'd have to ask the DM. Is it tomorrow night? I wrote tonight.
Mhm.
Alright. So tomorrow night.
Well, you know that it's only going to take us 6 hours to go across country.
No. 7 hours if you take the road.
6.
Which we will take. We're not cutting through. We're not doing it again.
There goes
Why not
baby's
cut
fun.
through?
The last time we cut through, we had to deal with blizzards.
This entire region is blizzards. The whole place is a tundra. It wouldn't matter if we go the way that is longer or
It
cutting
will
across.
matter because there's less beasts that roam with the amount of traffic between the towns. I would know.
Beasts are all over the place.
He's not
But there's less
entirely.
beasts.
He's not entirely wrong.
Less danger on the road.
If we
We
try
roll-
to take, if we cut through and try to make it, and hope to God we do not find anything, yes, we could make it in 6 hours. But if we
No
get
matter
waylaid
what-
by anything, we could lose 2, 3, 4 hours.
No matter what path we take, we will always roll our luck on encounters.
I'll take the better odds on the road.
Kage disappears. Never hear from her again.
Tastes the same. Chocolate.
However,
I thought it was
However-
funny. I'm sorry.
However, she is not wrong either. If we head up to, what is it, Caer Konig, you said, was where the last time Garrett was seen, per se?
Yes.
If we head there and then head to Kelvin's cairn, and we follow in their footsteps, it is more likely that we would be discovered. If we
As
cut
it
them off
seems-
instead, we might be able to get the jump on them.
As it seems, the crying man seemed as though it is urgency for him.
But
Well,
one,
it would be
but,
urgent for anyone who lost a loved one.
but 1 hour's not gonna make a difference. I don't think. If we're
No,
not
for our
leaving,
position
It
would.
could potentially make a huge difference. Well,
But
we
our
know
position
when they are going to
could-
be there. We do not know how long. Time is precious.
But
The
if
sooner
we
can
if
get
we
there,
cut
the better.
across the tundra, and we run into creatures, and we suffer wounded, that will only slow us down.
Is
Which
that
means
not what you are for? To help with the wounds.
There are
That is what
pros
I'm
and
for.
cons to each method.
but some wounds I cannot mend.
And the
I
truth
only
of the matter
suggested the roads
is,
for all of you. It's not for me. You all know I'm a wild man and I will live. I'm looking out for you and your best interest. That's my suggestion. I'll follow the party wherever it goes, but I've said my piece.
So Denali is going to stand up, and she's going to pull out both of her hand axes and say, "We have nothing to fear if we go in ready for battle. I say we take the shorter route and make the most of the time we have."
don't forget, we have at least tonight to rest up, and we'll have to head out sometime tomorrow.
Do you know what
Please.
time they will be there?
He just said night.
Sometime around dusk, I would imagine.
So if we left, let's say around noon, that would give us a little extra time in case we did run into any trouble along the
No,
way.
noon is too late.
I
It's
hope we
concern-
If we
do.
run if
Y'all are thinking this so simply. If you're so worried on time, just leave tonight. We could stop in Bryn Shander on the way back towards
no,
Denali's
leave
going to
and
pat
leave.
Masahiko in the back. Yes, I like how you think.
There is one other option that might satisfy everybody's needs. We head to Cairden at Dirivel, and then we cut across to Kelvin's Cairn.
Denabal.
Yeah, Denivel.
I
That
say
way
we
we
go.
wouldn't arouse suspicion in Cairconic, and we'd be able to cut across with minimal distance traveled in the wilderness. This way we
Do you
would
fear
have
the
a better
wild?
position to see what we're dealing with.
Denali's going to kind of look Maxwell up and down and look over the rest of the party and say, "Scramshack told me I would be joining an adventure party, not coward."
After our last encounter,
Did that bitch really just say that? Eric's gonna
Yeah.
look at her and give her a dirty ass look. Coward!
Did I stutter? I spoke
I'll have
clearly.
you know, when we're in the wilderness and who stands last when the party gets mauled by an owlbear.
Owlbear in Russia.
Bear owl you.
It's Owlbear here. No. After what happened the last time and who we lost, it is better to think this through than to rush in blindly. If you all
Well, as
want to
long
head
as-
there, and if you all want to head there and run in, weapons drawn, by all means do so. But I will not stand there and let you.
Denali, to you, to others, it would be thinking smartly. It's not about being a coward or not. It's about choosing the best and most suitable route to get there.
Well spoken for a coward. You don't need to think when you have the blade of an axe or a sword, and I have offered all of mine to your party. I will not do this vainly. We should go, and we should go quickly.
I'll remember that when you run in and get your leg chopped off. Who's a coward
Just
and who
I
was
will
the smart
remember.
guy?
Just as I will remember that it's okay to lose a party member because you don't want to speak to your rogue about doing her job.
She's not my rogue. She's as much mine as she
I was
is yours.
referencing the conversation they had after the owlbear.
Yeah,
When Denali had asked if they had a rogue, and he was like, "Yeah, but we don't tell her what to do. She's on her own agenda."
yeah, she is. I've tried. Since you're so fluent in the way she acts, I'll give that responsibility to you. You talk to the rogue, and when you can convince her to do what you want her to do, then maybe she will, maybe she won't. But just remember, your axe isn't always the answer to every question or every solution.
Do I not
Sometimes
stand before you now? Clearly it has not failed me yet.
it might not, but one day it may. Remember that.
The truth of the matter is,
Kage's name is now Jubilee. Because everyone's treating her like a mutant kid.
Yeah,
Who needs protection.
yeah.
No, it's not that we're treating her.
Fireworks.
She needs protection. Ugh.
The truth of the matter is, we are all here of our own power. And so far, it has not failed any of us, individually.
With all
It
my
did
respect,
once.
that part.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I was referencing more the people who are currently here, not the the dead. Not the forgotten, the dead.
Do you not want glory? Do you not want the people to sing your names and praises and tell the tales of your stories and your victories? You do not gain that by taking the safe route.
I will gain my glory
We are an
another way.
adventuring party.
I will gain my glory another way. They'll sing praises of my name
Smile kindly on you.
through other means. Yours is through glory. Others are through other means. Right
You
now,
only earn glory after you're dead.
You bore me with your words. I would much rather you show me with your actions what you are capable of, and so far you are all lacking.
because the time has not arisen for us to act.
Because you are taking your time.
Then why don't you get moving now then? Since you're so eager to go out there and kill yourself.
Perhaps I will.
That's what I thought. You're still sitting there.
Actually, she's standing up and she's got her hand axes in her hands.
Okay.
She actually has one hand out the door with a cigarette while she's talking, like, hey, what's up? It's a non-smoking bar. Kind of hate them here. They got a mask mandate going on.
Let's stick to our characters.
We were given jobs to do. We must do them. The quicker we can do them, the quicker we can be done with them. And the quicker I can find my way to a party who will not be cowering.
And she walks out of the bar and fights 20 people in the street to kill.
Just
Bare-handed.
starts throwing hands.
Starts hitting people. Roll. Throw
With that
hands.
said, have you guys made a decision about what we're going to do?
There are three options presented to us. We can either go across the wilderness, cut to Caer Carneg, or go to Caer Dineval and cut across to Kelvin's Cairn.
Well, at this point, this conversation has bored me, and I don't quite fucking care anymore. So, figure it out. Let's go.
I want to walk up to Ma.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a library in town?
No. No library here. What do you think this is? Waterdeep?
They had one in Brinchander. I wasn't sure if you
Oh,
had
good for Brinchender. Did you eat all your food?
I'm gonna walk away from her. I'm gonna walk
You
up.
better not leave without finishing your plate.
I throw a gold at her. I'm leaving.
You
And
throw gold at her?
I throw a gold at her, not like as a malice way, as in here's for the food. I'm out.
Someone
So
in
you
customer
place it
service,
gingerly
that's
on the
entirely
table
rude.
or in her hand?
Well, throw it on the. I would probably throw it down on the bar for the food. More of a respect thing, not to be disrespectful to her.
Okay, I just gotta be clear, man.
Yep.
Won't have to
And-
roll
Well, you gotta remember,
initiative
he's
on Mom.
using both hands to pull himself up over the bar to talk
Yeah.
to her. And... yeah.
It's worth
Probably
it,
like
Ron.
6 or 7 right now.
Alright, then, since no one wants to make a decision, we'll cut through to Caer Dineval and head out tonight then. Fuck it. Let's go. I'll go grab the dogs from the stables, get the axe beaks, and let's go.
Okay.
Denali is Denali's gonna look over at Ace and say, "Now they are thinking."
I guess you could say that.
I'm in
But-
D&D. What the hell do you want? Huh? I can't.
Eric's gonna walk out of the inn or tavern or whatever after eating his food, grab Boy, well, not grab him, but whistle at him and head over to the stables and start prepping the other animals.
You guys are leaving tonight?
Yeah.
Alright.
That was not in his notes.
Leaving tonight?
I'll be paying for the food. If not already paid.
The gold covered it.
Damn
The gold coin covered it.
That one coin? Wow.
Mm-hmm. 1 gold piece, man.
Well,
Food's pretty
no one
cheap.
wanted to make a decision, so
Well,
Eric made the decision for everybody else.
sweet.
Denali was trying to convince you guys.
Alright, so the party's
Okay.
heading out tonight?
Yeah,
guess.
Kako's gonna go out and start strapping up her bird, named Bird, and she's going to
on.
feed her fish.
Is the fish
Fish?
named Fish?
Or is it special?
From the
fish?
meals that we had, I just took it off of other people's plates that didn't eat stuff, and I'm bringing it out to Bird.
I would have smacked you with my tail. Whip crack with my whippy tail.
So I'm
Alright.
going to walk out of the bar and I'm going to approach Kage as she is feeding Bird. How good is your vision at night?
I'm sorry, what?
How good is your vision at night?
It is good enough.
Will you take lead and scout ahead and make sure it is safe for the rest of the party?
Fine.
Thank you. And I'm going to walk away. Are there any trees nearby?
Time to hack down some
No.
trees.
There are no trees nearby.
Boo. Okay, then I'm just gonna go off into the distance a little bit and give myself some more lashes and kind of hunt myself up and work out some of my aggression because y'all pissed me off.
She's such a kinky bitch. I love it.
Sweet. I'll go to the
Pain
stables.
builds character, my dear.
She needs humility,
Yeah.
and she'll
I'll be
get
going
it.
to this.
She'll get
I'll be
it.
going to
Why? Is it dry?
What?
You said it needs humidity?
No, I said she needs humility.
Creeper
she doesn't.
is
She
talking
needs
about her
battle.
character.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. She needs humility.
No,
And that's-
Claire's not talking about her
She's
character.
fine the way
Griever
she
is
is.
talking about her character.
Mhm.
she's perfect.
Yeah,
I'll be
for
going-
now.
I'll be going to the stables.
It only gets better, baby.
Oh,
You won't fight her.
I'll fight her, but we gotta start with her about 240 meters out.
Not everything in this town reacts well to bullets, Chris.
She's gotta be holding a flare. So you can
Yes, you got to be at max range. That lurking the other direction.
Okay.
Shadowy figure stands before you.
Okay, so you guys go out after this really awkward, intense conversation between the party. You guys decide, fuck it, we're gonna go tonight. And Eric gets the dogs and the axe beaks out, and you guys all geared up, ready to go. Stomachs are full. You're not drunk, but you're feeling pretty good. You're nice and warm. What is your marching order?
Getting on Gwen's discount axe
Well-
peak again.
Kage's in
I
the
assume
front.
the party has reconvened, right?
Yeah.
and they've discussed the marching order.
I'm gonna tell Ace to ride
All
with
right.
Denali. I'll ride with Eric.
Kage's in the front as far as we know right now.
Yeah, and then I'll be behind her.
Ace is riding with Denali. Who's riding with Eric?
I am.
Alright. So then we have Kage in the front, her axe beak, Eric and his dokes, and Rurik riding shotgun, and then Denali with Ace riding shotgun.
I'll ride
Denali has a turret.
I'll ride parallel with Denali.
Alright, and behind them Maxwell on his axe beak. So,
Yeah.
Can you guys see the marching order?
No.
Everyone, go to the party icon.
Party sheet. It's the
Where's
party
the party
sheet.
sheet?
Yeah, party sheet and click on
Top right
order.
corner.
Can you see it?
Right next to the combat
There it
No,
is.
I don't see anything.
I see. No, I just see 25
Yeah, I
GP.
Click on the the order tab.
And hit other.
Oh, I see it. All right.
Yeah, where Kage's at, that's north. Behind her is Eric with dogs and Rurik, and then behind him is Denali with Ace. Masahiko to their left, and Maxwell behind them.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm gonna take out a blanket. Take out both blankets.
Because you guys all have your snowshoes on too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, taking
Even
them
the
off,
axe
I
beak.
want 'em.
I'm proud of you all.
Small thing for Eric. Did you make sure to put the dog in the lead, boy? Did he hear me?
Nope.
No.
Sorry, I was partnering on my headset. Sorry.
No, I was just making sure you remembered to put probably put boy in the lead.
Actually, no. I'm gonna put boy at the end. Oh, yeah, I need to. Yeah, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I put boy in the lead as captain of the other dogs for this.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't want any DM surprises and because we didn't mention it.
All right.
Okay, do we take off?
You do. You guys head off.
Cool,
And
let's go.
it's a clear night, no snow falling, and the aurora is out. And you guys have lit torches because you told me you're using your torches and your tinder boxes, and you're putting them on the sleds. And your cleric has probably casted the light cantrip on Kage in the front for some reason.
I've done it in the past.
The party remembered to do all that stuff.
Is that a thing? Is that okay for me to know?
You should. Yeah, you should give everybody.
I mean, I
inspiration for
wouldn't
doing all that.
necessarily use a torch if
Everything you just said.
I can see at least 60 feet, so as long as they're within that range, I wouldn't care that much.
You know, you got to know what's around you and where you're going.
But your bird can't see.
Yes, but I steer my bird. My bird doesn't steer me until a bear attacks me.
Soviet Russia.
Or an owl bear.
Or a bear come out and stab.
And you guys are heading across the tundra, correct?
Yes.
That is
I
correct.
thought, are we? I thought we were just going to take the road to...
From Targos,
No.
we'll splinter off. There's a break point from Targos, maybe about a quarter or a third of the way to Tourmaline, and we break off from the road there and head straight to Cardinaval. You know what I'm talking about? Right where the B is at on Bryn Shinder.
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out why we wouldn't take the road.
That's good.
I assumed you guys were going to straight up Dwarven Valley to Kelvin's Cairn.
No.
We're going to Cardinaval.
We were
You're
going to go to
going to
Carradine
another-
Hall. I thought we would have just
You guys
taken the
do
road.
understand that he told you that they're going to be at the foot area of Kelvin's Cairn. Torgens.
Yes.
Which would be the
Yes.
Dwarven Valley, right?
But you want to go to a town instead.
Because you said it's
But
not
you
till
said
tomorrow night.
not tonight. So
Yeah,
we're
it's
trying to get
tomorrow
out
night.
there close and then come up and
Be there.
Okay.
Can I just fucking draw it for you? Like, kind of give you an idea what we're doing?
No.
No, I got
Okay.
it. I got it.
Because when you say foot, I mean it's a cairn. I mean the whole thing could technically be the foot. If you're talking about specifically the Dwarven Valley, then there's a difference there. But
Well, to access Kelvin's Cairn, you have to go through the Dwarven Valley to get to the base of Kelvin's Cairn, and then climb it.
So we do have to go to Dwarven Valley. Got it.
And you guys are heading out, and you travel for 8 hours. No interruptions, no problems, no random encounters. And do you push on? or do you rest for the evening or night or morning, depending on who you ask? Because 8 hours ahead, you're probably looking at what?
Well, from my understanding of time in terms of that, when we were by the time we were at the bar, it was still probably like 4 or 5, and then we just
It was like
decided to
6.
leave. So, if you're saying 8 hours, then yeah, I probably would need to camp depending on where we were.
You guys gonna camp after 8 hours of travel?
I mean,
I don't know. That might
Yes.
put us at exhaustion.
Well, yeah, we gotta, because if we're adjusting, are we going to town or are we going to Dwarven Valley now? We have to adjust.
You guys are going
Or,
to Canada.
Okay.
That's what I thought we were doing, but it doesn't sound like that's what we were going to do anymore. So, make a decision.
well, because during that whole, he didn't bother questioning anything, so now it's like, well, yeah, everything kind of changes.
Yeah, I guess we'll. Well, if we go for 8 hours, that and distance to get there should have been 6 hours.
We'd pretty much be at the foot at this point.
It would have been if you went to the Dwarven Valley.
Yeah.
But you're going to cross to another city, so you're in the middle of the tundra. Do you guys want to rest, or do you want to keep going? And like Daniel says, if you keep going, you risk a level of exhaustion every 8 hours you travel without stopping.
How far are we from Deneville?
Eric's going to suggest resting to the party, but leave it up to them.
I'm with rest.
I'm with Rust.
Rest.
You're about halfway to Care Dinevald.
Then rest.
So what would have been a 6-hour trip is now going to be a 16-hour.
No, but you
We
guys
also had like 28 hours to get here.
But-
why we left right away?
But
is
Denali
beyond me.
insisted we leave now, so we did.
No, fucking.
No, you're not the one that pulled the
No,
trigger
I
and called the
didn't.
shot.
I think
Yeah.
Denali was.
Kage is going to get out her tent and start making camp.
I think Denali was insisting that you guys
Cool.
go through the tundra instead of going on
Yes.
the road.
I was
Denali
the
and
one
the
that
rogue
said
were
tonight.
saying to go through the tundra.
Yeah, we do that part, and then we do what the rogue is doing, set up camp in the Dwarven Valley.
Yeah, I was
You guys
actually the one that
gonna
said
set up
tonight.
camp. You want to do what
in
tonight?
the Dwarven Valley.
No. Keep going.
I want to know.
I said I was the one that first suggested if we really are so worried about time, go tonight. Just to clear that misconception.
Hey, you guys are camped, set up, ready to go. Now, who is taking watch?
Before we, like, it's in like trees. What's the surroundings kind of?
It's a tundra. It's barren. It's the desert, but with snow.
Oh, great.
Kage's going
Yep.
to take the first watch because she has trance, so she can get full rest. So I can take 4 hours.
How long are you guys resting? Short rest, long rest?
We could probably
Long.
get a short rest. I think we'd get away
No,
short
if we-
rest because
If we
Well, we didn't get to rest in Targos, so
Nope.
if
you
people
didn't.
need
You
to
wanna
do
take
it
long.
for anything.
we didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Well, we killed the owl
Well,
bear.
we-
That was about it.
It's 6
Yeah,
hours
so
for a
you guys
long
put-
rest, and 4 hours is part of a long rest. Short rest is a minimum of 1 hour. 30 minutes if you're in a dungeon, depending how I
You take a
feel that
long
day.
rest.
Just do a
Probably
long
wants to take
rest.
a long rest.
Kage is going to take the first half of that, the 4 hours, and then she's going to go trance for the rest to be fully rested.
Okay. Who's going to take over?
Eric will take the second watch.
Okay.
I'll take the third.
All right. That leaves 2 hours, so
Well, no, at least at
4,
least two.
6, 6, 2, 2. Okay. So now moving forward, I gave you guys that help with marching order is important, and then when you're resting or traveling, someone needs to say, like when you're moving, we're moving stealthily and we're keeping an eye out for danger and traps and stuff like that. And you have to say things like, when you're doing a long rest, who's watching, who's going to stay awake while the party is, doing stuff, because you have to be vigilant at all times. If you don't, you make my life easier. If you do, you make my life harder. Just keep that in mind. So, with that said, go ahead and roll a perception check, Kage, for your first 4 hours. Roll a perception check for the last two vigilance.
What?
We have to roll
Me?
perception checks, yes.
It'll be 16.
Mm-hmm.
That
Because you
one.
rolled history.
Wow.
Because I rolled history? No, I rolled
I think you rolled
perception.
with your actual dice.
Yeah, I
Oh,
rolled
she
with a
rolled
fucking
actual
dice
dice.
because I'm tired of getting shit rolls on the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a 16 plus with my plus 5. So
And when you guys wake up, you find Rorik sleeping on the watch. But nothing's happened. It's now about 2 a.m. Almost 2 a.m. in the morning.
I'm gonna wake him up,
What? What? Oh, something's here! Something's here! Oh.
and I'm gonna say, next time I'll take the last watch.
She said 2
Must
a.m.?
have drank
That's
too
really
much.
early.
I must have drank too much ale.
Is it
What
too
time
early?
did we? What time did we leave Targos? Was it
Around
like 7 or 8
6.
o'clock in the evening? Okay,
6,
so
so we
that
traveled
gives us
for 8
6
hours.
So that's midnight, and then what? We had 4 hours of rest, long rest.
6.
So it should be like 6 in the
hours
morning.
of long rest. That should be like 6 in
Yeah.
the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 in the morning. Yeah.
Cool.
Math. Who needs it, right?
Kage's packing up her stuff, getting back on her bird, making sure her snowshoes are on, making sure her bird's good to go, and she's going to lead again, watching out for any encounters or traps or any other problems that may arise on the way.
With that being said, are you guys going to go into the city of Caer-Dineval, or are you going to bypass it? On your
we're
way to
camped in the middle of
Caer-Conic.
the Dwarven Valley, so
See, I'm gonna be completely honest. All of this kind of went on the idea that we were taking the road to Caer-Dineval because we would have made it before we needed a rest, and then, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So the whole idea was to take the road to safely get there and then take the tundra up because it would be closer.
And then others were assuming that you guys were going to take the tundra to go straight to the Dwarven Valley.
Yep.
Well, we
head
didn't
up.
know that you could. We didn't know you couldn't go up the side of Calvin.
Well,
Klein
it was
to get
more like
on.
I wanted to go to the valley and kind of observe what was going on from above.
Okay, so these are things
But-
you need to discuss as players.
Oh, I would have loved to, but some Goliath was like, "Hey, this is boring. I'm out."
no,
and
no,
fucking
no,
left,
no,
and
no,
everyone
no.
got mad, and I was like,
No,
"All
no,
right."
Stop!
No, the Goliath left after she said what she said. You all decided to just get up and leave. You guys could
No, it
still
was
decide
continue
that.
speaking.
it
So
was a barbarian.
let's not blame anyone here
I'm
for.
not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that things were getting pushed into a way before things could be discussed, and every time things were getting discussed, it was basically told, "I'm bored. Let's move on. Let's go. We're going now." It's like, all right, well, if you're gonna
Well,
keep
don't
doing
let
that,
them push
then
you. Don't let them push you around. Say
Yeah, don't
we're
let
not
them
leaving
push
till
you
we're.
around.
We need to go now.
Let's
I was
figure out.
saying
You
if
guys
we
need to
go,
figure
we
out a
take the short
plan
road.
before you head
try,
out.
man. That's all I'm saying. I tried.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little helping hand here. As you guys are packing up, eating your little stowed away food and rations, go ahead and have a conversation of what you guys plan on doing. So you're not just rolling around like snow bunnies and running into shit.
All right, well, Eric's gonna be. He set up a little campfire, and he's got a pot.
And a ladle?
With and a ladle, and he's making some beef broth stew stuff, or attempting to. He's not very good at it, but he's trying.
He's trying his breast.
No, he's making a beef broth. Can you not hear me?
You can't hear me apparently.
I can hear you just fine.
I
heard
said
what
he's
you
trying
said.
he's trying his breast. Right?
Yeah, I know. I heard what you said. I just did. I thought you couldn't legit hear me. That's all.
Feel free
So
to
what's
speak.
the plan
Anyone
for
now
today?
go. There we go.
What is the plan for today? Which way do we travel?
where we need to go, I would assume, right?
We are heading to Calvin's Cairn. As you guys discussed earlier, you wanted to get there post haste. So we need to go directly there and avoid the town and get to where we are going and until we get there.
Yes, I agree with that. That should have been the plan the whole time. I just wanted to see where we are today. If we are on the same page or not.
Assumably the mountain's like 3 miles away from us, north, correct?
No, we're like halfway there. We got another 8 hours of travel.
We're halfway between Dwarven Valley and Dinable, right?
You are in the middle of the tundra right now, on your way to Caer Dinaval.
Okay, so how big is this mountain? Like legit, like how tall are we talking this thing is?
It's huge.
It's a mountain.
You want the
Yeah.
exact elevation and height and width and circumference? I don't have
I'm
that information.
I'm more talking like, is this a monstrosity like or is this like Tetons versus Appalachian? Like we're
You
talking.
can look to the north and see it in the distance.
Okay.
I
So
know.
we gotta,
I know of a mining camp at the base of the city, or at the base of the mountain. I've heard my kinsmen mine Kelvin's Cairn for valuable resources. Maybe we head to Carrick like we had previously agreed, and then we could maybe find the direction of that place, and that would put us closer to where we need to be.
well, forgive me if I'm wrong. Keegan was his name. He said that trading company is within Caratonic, correct?
That is correct.
So between us leaving for Caratonic and allegedly they're going to Kelvin's Cairn, there's possibly a chance we should be able to run into him in this tundra. If they're setting up tonight, that is.
But they don't know that we are onto them.
That's my point. It's a happenstance meeting.
Yeah, we can just Carrick, we just need to be careful what we say and who we talk to. Yeah.
We don't need to travel that far if we run into them before they reach here.
Well, if they're setting up camp at the base of the mountain, then chances are they might be leaving the city soon.
Then should we not worry about heading them off rather than heading to the town?
I would rather get the drop on them through sneaking up from the wilderness than try to meet them in a confrontation where we're both surprised at seeing one another. If we happen to run into them, maybe their numbers are greater than we can handle. And maybe picking them off might be the best
But
suggestion.
if we head them off, and I am in the lead, I can scout for them, and we could be able to have the upper hand, because they won't know that we're coming. If we arrive in Caraconic, they may have word or find out that we arrived there. So if you want the advantage, you need to cut them off.
I think the best thing, as long as we maintain the element of surprise, it won't matter which way.
I agree. Either way works.
So,
If Kage thinks,
make fool of ourselves in the city, that's fine. But you know, I don't know how thin the walls in Targos are, so maybe if someone caught wind of our current operation, it might throw things off, so it might be better to just stay hidden in the wilderness.
We will have a better chance. In the wilderness, I will be the advantage.
I agree either way. I see both points.
Are we planning to just attack? We have no plans to get information or talk to these people. We just plan to attack?
No, we can talk to them out there.
If we have the advantage, we can be able to talk to them and surround them. We will have the upper hand first and can be able to seclude them, even if we only keep one. and the rest die.
I
Regretfully,
am
I'd
all
rather not.
for combat and fighting, but there is no glory and there is no honor in sneaking around. There is only glory to be had in fair fights.
Then you can stay in the back, and once they know we're all here, then it'll be a fair fight for you.
He's just gonna kind of look at her. He's taking it in.
Denali, are you familiar with tactics?
What I am familiar with is not important right now. What is important right now is finding out what the plan is going to be.
But this is part of the plan. Are you familiar with tactics?
Yes.
Do your people not flank an enemy when they are...
She's just gonna glare at the cleric. She's not gonna respond verbally.
I would take that as a yes.
I understand y'all have disagreements, and find no,
No,
pleasure
I
in
have-
this tundra or this mountain any further. The point is, I'm not going to double back and forth to chase a caravan around for this entire trip. We might as well head them off. We have the advantage. We have the ability to even attack them from a distance easily. Why not just make use of it?
So it's settled then.
It seems it is, and I get up and Kage gets on her axe beak in preparations for scouting and being in the lead to go through the wilderness.
Are you all in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are hitting them off at the pass, huh?
Head them off at the pass.
Alright, so you guys are packing up all your stuff, and you're gathering up, and you guys are going to maintain the same marching order, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yes?
Probably would be best. Yep.
Yes.
Alright, and you guys are going to head on north and travel to the foot of the Dwarven Valley.
Oh god, we don't find another kebab body on the floor.
Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We'll be back here at 10:21.
Alright.
Okay.
It's so nice when you guys tell me the time and I look at the clock and it's actually the same time.
It is lovely.
Except for Daniel. Fuck him.
Everyone go stretch your legs, do some push-ups, drink water, beat the heat, rub one out, take a piss, take a shit, smoke a cigarette,
I'm doing it all at the same time.
roll a
Right
fatty.
Can you imagine whacking it while you're taking a shit? Is that like an instant climax?
I think
Oh,
that's like a self-pumpkin.
what is wrong with you?
Have you double-clicked your mouse while taking a flumpkin? Or frumpkin?
I haven't, but I could put it on my
Now
bucket
she's
list
thinking
for this
about it.
year.
Why wait? You got 10 minutes. Go find out.
Put it on
Okay.
your bucket list.
Just mute
I'll put
yourself,
it on the bucket list.
please.
Nope. I'm not going to mute myself. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear a, ooh.
Ah.
And then a plump.
Mm. Yeah, I do have to pee though. No DJing though. Wicka wicka.
Flash Mountain, here we come.
Everybody get your hands up. Whee!
That's how you get COVID.
Oh, it's only if it gets in your eye.
Yeah.
But that's why you wear eye shields.
Not like Panay though.
So are you guys having fun?
Oh yeah, I'm. It's a field day for me right now. Back at this mountain where we found dead things. I also started a cart on fire apparently.
Yeah.
I
There's
wonder,
still
can we?
tattered remains of Gwyneth.
I was going to say, is that cart somewhere around there still on fire?
Oh, but that bear might be back.
Oh shit!
I don't think you guys will run into it.
Aw.
Oh, I was hoping the bear would have like Gwen's fucking left titty hanging out of his mouth.
It's an army of goblins looking for the murderers who killed their kin.
It's
Sweet.
clearly, I think it was the bears. They got out. They started the cart on fire. I don't know how they did
And
it.
then
but
they shot your companions.
Yeah. Well, I didn't shoot. I only shot one.
They have the right to bear arms.
And axe beaks. Gotta have axe beaks too.
Where'd your camera go, Rain?
I think he's AFK.
I didn't hear no sync running in there, Emissa.
Yeah, 'cause I muted it, you fucking twit. COVID.
Ah, delicious. Oh wait, no, you can't taste when you have COVID.
That's true. I can still taste.
Cool.
Well, at least we paved a new road. We should probably put signs down and mark it.
They'd be buried by tomorrow morning.
Well, we don't make a dwarven size sign. We make like a Goliath size sign.
They would still be buried, maybe.
Hmm.
Oh, man. Oh, Heather's computer froze, so she's restarting it.
Okay.
How's everyone's day today?
Damn. That's so weird.
So I'd like the refund on the ends that we didn't get a day on. I'm pretty sure what's his face won't mind paying it because he doesn't care about anything. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Okay. Welcome back, welcome back.
So, who are
Yes. The answer to the question is yes.
Just had a ghost event in my
Which
pants.
questions?
Oh, look at her. She's calling room service.
Woot woot.
Air Force get everything.
No, she's calling to speak to your manager.
I am the manager, but I am also off, so therefore, not my department right now.
Say grounds, come in.
tomorrow, I'm the manager.
Mm.
For funsies.
Oh, he'll enjoy tomorrow.
What?
I just asked for a check without any information for it first.
You asked for a check? What?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
speaking so fast. What are you saying?
I didn't ask for permission for the check. And I just told him I want a check. And told him how much.
Oh. Well.
And
So
and I
just-
wanted it in 5 days. I just basically threw the book at him.
That's Saturday Chris talking, and that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, yay.
No Harry Bush nuns. Real interesting.
I'm happy that we decided to go and forget resting in this shithole with the badass, worthless fucking clerk at the front. Fucker probably would have burned the whole place down.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man, the watch gets you. I mean, he could have rolled a 20 and had, 3 frost giant skulls on pikes by the time you woke up.
Yeah, who knows? God, anything could have happened.
Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes the gods don't care about your feelings.
They gonna.
They're gonna.
Listen, they thrive on people donating to their churches. They gotta care about feelings.
I care about your feelings.
Yeah.
All right. Icewind Dale Blue or Midnight Blue?
Midnight blue.
Midnight.
Midnight blue. I
Midnight
like those
blue.
dice better.
You know what? Pull out the Icewind Dale, because that's a special color, right?
They have spoken. And I have...
We've encountered 15 frost trolls. We are now all dead.
You okay, Ron?
I'm fine.
He's doing research.
Read that pickle for me real quick. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Can you believe this? She asked, "Oh, where can I get fruit at?" It's like, "Oh, I give you like Army City. I give you Orange House. I give you like all these nice, great places."
And we're back from our break. Is everyone here?
Where's Rain?
I'm here. And you guys are going to travel for another 4 hours. And you reach the Dwarven Valley. When you approach the valley, you can see the valley.
Sorry, I had. Did we start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I had the front desk at my door. I apologize. I took my headphones off.
Is everyone good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
You see evidence of Dwarven activity. You see tracks that lead up to dark tunnels carved into the valley slopes. But no creature. No town, no village. Just tracks and trails leading to the foot of Kelvin's car. What do you guys do? It's like 10 in the morning.
Can I roll a survival check or a nature check or something? Survival to see if it's if I can tell what these tracks are.
Sure.
I want to roll a perception check to see if I see anybody that left them.
Go ahead. And they're travelers coming to and from, cutting across the tundra or going up the valley towards Kelvin's Cairn. For you, Eric, and Rorik, there's nobody around but you.
Do you want me to roll a nature check to see if I can identify like what type of creatures it might be, or?
Yeah, go ahead. Human, elves, dwarves, halflings, gnomes, goblins. Every creature known to Neverwinter. Tracks are everywhere. Horses, axbeaks, dogs.
I'm gonna look at
I'm
Eric.
I am
just
going
leading.
to get off of the sled that I am on, and I am going to approach Kage. Are you proficient in looking for traps?
Yes.
Would you mind looking? If your friends were correct and word got out about us coming here, they may be trying to get up one on us.
Without a word, Kage goes up to start doing her investigation of traps.
Perception check.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them.
We don't see any traps.
Nothing seems to be out of the unusual.
Is a good sign. Then I'm going to turn back to Rurik and Maxwell, and I think Masahiko too. You were wanting to come and set up an ambush or use tactic. What are your recommendations since we are here and they're known set up for us?
There are trees at the through the Dwarven Valley, here and there, covered in snow. Some submerged in snow, but some sticking out with snow on them. So
Tweet.
it's different change from the barren tundra and the towns you came from.
Maxwell.
Yes.
What do you suggest?
I'm not familiar with the area.
As far as an ambush goes, what do you suggest? How do you think we should proceed?
I am no master of stealth. As far as ambushes go, you hide, you wait, you take them by surprise.
Shall we block the path with trees? It seems there are a lot of tracks coming to and from. Now, when I look at the Dwarven Valley, how steep, how much of flat ground before it goes steep on both sides?
It's pretty big.
Okay, so there's no way you couldn't block the thing with trees.
You can't block the valley. It would take you forever to.
You could block the
block
path they were walking on, though, and make them go around the actual footprints they were actually leaving.
You can block that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of as far as trapping goes.
Perhaps we should split the party in two, one on either side, and lie in wait. And when they come, we watch. We see what they are here for, and then decide if we attack or approach.
Well, you have to do one of two things. You either have to create an obstruction to stop them, or you bait them.
Is there any
No.
like high ground that you can go up on? Or is it just straight up flat rock face all the way up, and there's no way to climb it besides straight up?
I mean, if you want, you can take half a day's ride to get to the top of the valley to look down into the valley.
No, I'm talking not talking that far. We're talking like few hundred, less than 100 feet up.
No, it's all trees and tundra and snow. There's no hills or aside from the valley itself, and it's opening like this giant rift cut into the valley, going to Kelvin's Cairn.
Why
Don't
not the
north.
noble sorcerer be the bait? She seems weak enough. Leave her out in the middle, and we can hide and wait.
seems weak would be
I don't know. I don't know if that would be enough. The reason I say that is because if Targa and her bandits, which they're bandits, probably would prefer to find something of worth, a body, an elf is not going to be something they might not quite
She's a
interested in.
noble
So
elf,
But
wearing fancy clothes.
I have another suggestion. Perhaps you can follow the tracks on foot and scout ahead and see possibly if there are anyone ahead of us.
Yes.
no, I think the bait plan is better.
But we do not know if they're going to return here, and we do not know how long it will be. Can you tell how long the tracks have been here, Eric?
I'm gonna roll again to see how long they've been here.
No, they're fresh.
They're fresh.
It didn't snow last night, so whatever traffic was here up to the evening of last night are still there.
Are they fresh coming or going?
Both ways. They're coming from the east and west and up north and some into the tundra. It seems like a very common place to travel.
Okay.
And Targa and her bandits are going to be coming from Caer Konig, right? Or are they coming through the valley?
We're guessing.
We didn't get any more information.
I can go ahead and hide and trail them when they come through this valley, whether you want the bait or not.
Well, use the elfin as bait.
What of your dog? Perhaps you can have him smell the tracks to see if his human is one of the people who passed.
That's actually a very good point. We didn't even think about that.
Was the wife with Targa?
Have you not forgotten? Keegan said they were trying to a trip up to Calvin's Cairn. They were trying to climb it for some adventuring party for some reason or not.
That
I
was a
really don't
week and a
care.
half ago.
True,
I don't know if the dog can follow the tracks. We could try, but I did not remember that the wife was with Targa. I thought that they were with somebody else.
Two birds, one stone. I really don't care about the wife at all, but the point is,
We can give it a shot and try it.
It was definitely a man.
Eric's
It
gonna
doesn't
walk over
hurt.
to the sled and unlatch the dog from the sled and harness and take him over to the trail and see if he can smell or identify where or anything.
He starts barking. He takes off running north through the valley. Towards the valley. Full
Well,
sprint.
there's your answer. So Eric's gonna run back over to the sled and get on it.
I'm going to
and
make
tell
sure I'm
everybody,
on.
Come on.
Yep, Kage gets on a bird and takes off after the dog.
Donali is going to get back on her sled, making sure that Ace is in tow, and follow suit.
so much for a trained dog, but well, just gonna jump on my axe beak and follow with it.
You guys run up for a good minute chasing this dog, and you see the dog stop. And ahead you can see through the trees a camp with with some smoke billowing out of some places and tents and items and people talking and moving around. And the dog is stopped and going.
Alright, they're up on top of a hilltop, you said?
They're in the trees, yeah.
Oh, they're in the trees?
I'm gonna get off the sled and sneak
A lot
over.
of trees in the valley.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
in the
Still
valley?
intact.
I'm gonna
So
get.
I'm trying to ask where they're at and where we're at in relation to them. Are they down in the valley? Are they on a hill? Is it flat?
They're in the valley, north of where the
They're in the
dog
valley.
ran.
Okay.
I'm gonna get off the sled once it stops and we stop, and then walk over to
Yeah.
sneak over to
I'd like to
Kage.
stop. I'd like to stop like 300-400 feet from where that crazy fucking dog went, so that they don't see or hear us moving in.
Mm-hmm.
From where the dog's at, not from where they're at.
I'm gonna approach her, Kage. I'm gonna sneak over to her, and maybe you should get a closer look on foot. Seems stealth is one of your proficiencies. Last thing what we need to do is have me traipsing around in my armor with an earshot. And I'm gonna pick up a. Is there a rock? Can I pick up a rock?
Do a nature check for me.
Okay. Nature. A 19.
You dig in the snow far enough, you find a pebble or two.
I'm gonna hold out the pebble. And I'm gonna cast a light cantrip on it. And I'm gonna look at Kage. Keep it in your pouch. The light will be out as long as it's hidden from view. If you see something, throw it back to let us know. Or drop it if you have to make a hasty retreat so we know where you are or know where you were.
So, Kage, I rolled stealth already. And Kage is going to go ahead and go up that way to see what she finds.
Okay. And you see what looks like a few humans, a dwarf, and another person walking and talking and putting wares out. And there's looks like some dwarven customers and some other adventurers or random people going through the wares of a caravan.
Do I notice anything with their gear, or do they have any markings specifying like a company or a clan or anything like that?
Just everyone's just wearing really heavy cold weather gear. Some's brown, some's tan, some's faded, some's gray. It just seems everyone's really bundled up here.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and creep back to the party.
No. We're supposed to be asleep.
There are several people there. Seems some are merchants, some are adventurers like ourselves. And there's a caravan that they're loading and unloading. I think considering the footsteps and the amount of passages that have been made here, we might just be able to go and approach and talk to them.
We could pose as adventurers looking to buy some of their wares, so to speak.
It'd probably be best if myself and Ace stay behind then.
What would an adventuring party be doing out in the middle of nowhere?
The same thing other adventurers
Adventuring?
are doing out in the middle of
No,
nowhere.
but what I'm asking is if we are to tell them we are here to buy their wares, why would we not have done that in town?
Maybe
They
they're...
look hostile.
What?
Did they look hostile? He says that to Kage.
Yeah,
I think he's waiting on... She's waiting on a confirmation from BB.
BB, did I notice anything like that? I forgot to ask you.
It looked like they're selling wares to whoever cares to look at them and purchase them.
They looked like normal people. They were bundled for cold. There was nothing that struck me out of the ordinary.
Perhaps we're taking the wrong approach.
If one of you wants to take the lead, I can go and hide. Prepare for an attack if need be.
How about this? Let's make this a little bit simpler. We have one of these sleds. Load it up with all of our gear. Pack the rogue inside the middle of it. Just act as if you're going to trade and sell. It's a simple task. Brings no arousal.
If they ask...
Arousal.
If they ask... We're trying to find the mining settlement. And we so happen to come across them.
Do you want me to approach them then?
Maxwell, what do you think? Rain?
I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
If your camera was on, I could see that. What?
Approaching him does not sound like a bad idea.
That is settled. Who knows? We may find things. We might find some things of value that they sell, even though we know where it comes from.
Alright, then you all stay here ready at the ridge. Kage, you take my right flank 300 feet out and
Yes.
shadow me. If anything happens, you guys will know. So Eric's gonna
I go into the darkness.
get up off his knees and start walking down the valley towards the camp.
Good.
He's walking at a normal pace with his snowshoes on towards the camp. He's, I don't know, what, 300-400 feet away.
Okay. You're gonna approach the
Approaching.
camp, or
Yeah, approaching. Not 200
everyone
feet
else
away.
is hanging back?
Yeah,
I'm
everyone
at
else is
his
hanging back.
flank and hide on the right side.
Everyone get that map?
Mm-hmm.
Yuppity yup yup.
There we go.
I got a black screen.
Yeah, the fog's still on, BB, on the map.
How about now? Does everyone else still have a black screen?
Yeah, I do.
It's
No,
black
no,
with
we're
our
good
character.
Now it's
Click
not.
on your characters.
Yeah, I
Should be
tried
good
clicking
now.
on my character.
Well, I see everything.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I started doing line of sight for all these fucking trees, but as you can see, it's a big map, so theater of the mind. You can see through
All right,
trees and
theater of
leaves
the
and shit like
mind.
that. Wrap
There
around
it
them.
goes.
Didn't have the time to do it all. It takes forever.
Okay, so I'm gonna put myself. Oh, I was gonna put myself to the right of a barbarian and being hide.
There's just
It's
a map to show
okay.
you where you guys are at, so you understand what's going
Okay.
on. When the battle starts,
Okay.
tell me where you're at, and then I'll change you.
Who said there's going to be a battle?
No one.
Spoiler alert.
Red
You
alert,
said
baby.
if the battle starts.
You guys are about 3 seconds from fighting each other every 5 minutes. There's not going to be a battle. Who you kidding?
Alright, so at this point, Eric is now 75 feet from the encampment.
All right.
And now, does anybody notice him walking?
Nope, because they're dealing with other customers and whatever they got going on.
Alright, so Eric's going to keep walking into the camp. In line of sight of his allies, he looks back to make sure he's not in the way of any trees. Stays in the open. So Eric going to continue walking once my laptop stops lagging.
Don't worry about using the map. Just tell me what you're doing.
Alright, Eric is now at, I don't know.
Alright, so when you
Maybe
approach the
20
camp,
feet.
you see people moving about and checking wares. It looks like it's a caravan that has set up shop, and it looks like most of the equipment and gear and things that they're selling out of this caravan are in crates, under canopies to obviously keep the snow out. There's a campfire, some people eating and drinking. It looks like this is a normal spot for people who are selling things throughout the day that come to. So it's just a typical caravan setting where it's pulled in, it's set up shop, and they're open for business selling things.
Alright. Eric's gonna walk in and I guess approach, I don't know, I guess there's two bandits at the campfire.
Yeah, there's people there.
Yeah. He's gonna approach and say, good afternoon. Do you happen to know where I can find the goods in the supply store?
You're looking at it, friend. It's a caravan. It's got all the goods and supplies you need in store.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Help yourself.
Alright, so he's gonna walk around, take a look at stuff. He's gonna see if he can see anybody that's bald, like that painting he remembers from Keegan's residence.
Roll a perception check. Everyone is pretty much wearing cold weather gear, so it's hard to tell if anyone's bald or what kind of hair they really have. And they have hoodies on, fur and fluff around them. Except for one person. One person doesn't seem to be wearing any cold weather gear at all. And he's talking to a dwarf by one of the canopies. And he has long black hair, and he has an olive complexion, dark hair pulled into a ponytail, and looks like he has no facial or body hair. He's dressed in a stylish vest with matching pants and boots, similar to in style to those worn by mariners of the southern Sword Coast. But he wears no armor or cold weather clothing and doesn't appear to be armed. But his most striking feature that you can see is that his eyes are as blue as a frozen lake.
Oh. Alright, so Eric notices that and he's gonna approach the dwarf and that other person with the blue eyes. He's gonna say, "Good afternoon."
Hey,
I was curious. Do you guys sell or know someone who around here who could take you hiking up the mountains and whatnot, up the cliffs maybe?
no,
No.
this is a caravan.
What do you guys do? You guys a hunting party or
We sell things.
what do you sell?
Check the crates. If you want something, buy it. If not, fuck off.
Sounds about right.
Eric's gonna nod and go pretend like he's looking in the crates for a couple minutes, and then he's gonna venture back to the party. So he ends up getting back to the party, and he's gonna tell them, what was it? Somebody said one of the personnel was a dwarf, right? A female?
Torga.
Torga? Torga was her name, right? I don't know for sure, but she meets the description. This is apparently a caravan. They do sell goods, but there's quite a few of them.
Were you able to find anything out about Garrett?
No.
That
So it's a
reminds.
caravan that sells goods. Was there any specialty
But-
they traded in?
Say that again?
Was there anything they specially dealt in? Did they have like anything that?
No, they said they had shit in the crate, but I didn't really check. I just made my move out. But I do believe somebody else should probably ask. I'm not good at these things, asking questions and whatnot.
Did the dwarf have a bodyguard?
There was a striking fellow with her. He had crystal blue eyes and black hair. I don't know if it was a bodyguard or somebody there purchasing goods. Well, I spoke to him. He told me to fuck off. But outside of that, I don't know who he is. Maybe. I don't know.
She.
I didn't want to. She.
Well, as you
Man
know,
of your size. For someone to do that and not be intimidated by you.
Like I said, it might be, but I don't know. I can't confirm it.
Given how they're acting, I think we have caught up with the caravan. It is stolen merchandise, as they claim, and they claim to be a merchant caravan, and they don't even say what they deal in. Just whatever's in the crate, as you said. They're no respectable
Well,
merchant.
Eric rummaged through them, but I don't know what he found. I didn't ask the DM, so.
It seems they were selling pretty much things you would find in a general store. You know, like a climber's kits, tents, poles, potions, swords, weapons, armor,
Like
things
also,
like
Alright.
that. Mess
Eric
kits.
relays that part
Mess
to
kits.
the party.
You know.
yeah, but you said they didn't. When
Yeah,
they talked to you, they said shit in a crate, so they didn't really say.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Eric,
they're not advertising like, hey, we're selling fish heads only here. You know, it's just whatever's in the crates, there's a price for it. You pay.
I relay all this to the party. Yep.
Well, it wouldn't be a way
So,
I would do
what do you want to
business,
do?
so I don't trust. I would say this is a potential to be the that caravan that we were looking for.
Do you
I
rem-
may be wrong.
Do you remember what Helene said? Did you perhaps see a dwarf other than the female?
Oh, I did. No, just a female.
'Cause there,
It was a female, right? Both of them were females, right?
There was a female dwarf and a man in his 30s.
Oh man, it's 30s.
I don't believe murder's on the agenda. So we need to find a way to talk to Targa to where we can come to some
Well-
type of agreement.
Like I said, I'm not good at these things, and I can't go back in. It would look suspicious, so someone else would have to go.
The thing that we have to remember is that he employs, or that they employ, bandits. Those men would gut us at the first sign of trouble. The only
Oh, yeah,
person
like
we
bandits, right?
need alive is Torga. And
Helene,
that's only for information.
well, Helene had said that to take Sefik out without the guards knowing or getting the authorities involved. You remember that?
Correct.
Last I checked, we're nowhere near where authorities will go.
We hope not.
If it is information that we want, and they hire bandits, then perhaps today we are bandits.
What do you suggest? And tell them that we are for hire.
Do you have a
We
better
have-
idea?
No, I think it's a sound plan.
We have some rope, and we have 2 nobles.
Use them as bait. But I don't know how Ace and Masahiko would feel about that.
We don't need to use both of them.
Mm.
Just the one more willing to go with the plan.
Last time we
I
had
like
a
it.
plan, Kage didn't stick to it, if you remember.
If you give her free rein to kill the bandits, I'm sure we wouldn't necessarily have an issue as long as she agreed to keep Torga alive.
All right.
Well, that is a last-ditch plan. If things go south,
Do we not have another idea? Or is this a conclusion we've come to?
I don't have an idea. Well, I like that plan. Use them as bait. I like it. A lot.
Kage could easily sneak into the camp and position in a place where she would want to be. Masahiko, sadly, wouldn't be the best, considering what he's able to do.
From range is where he should be.
And if anybody saw what Ace did to that owl bear, wouldn't hurt to have that kind of power nearby.
Well, like I said, I cannot confirm whether it was them or not, but they do meet the description. So, unless you prefer to investigate further, I am terrible at these things and I cannot go back in because that would be suspicious. Or we strike. Either way, I'm fine with it. My axe hasn't shed any blood in a few days, so outside of that, 2 days ago, I guess.
Perhaps me, Denali, can move into the camp. That will put us in the thick of things. We don't need to use bait. Maybe they need a quest done. Maybe they need to have work for some adventurers such as ourselves. Let's see what they have before we go offering our services up as just part of the henchman mob. Sound like a plan, Denali. A different type
I
of
am okay
employment.
with it.
If things get messy or out of hand, then you guys can set up in
We
positions
kill
around.
them.
We can only hope that it will.
We'll give them.
Regretfully, I have to.
We'll give
I have
them
to
the
agree.
offer. What? Go ahead, Ma. Sorry, Chris.
You guys would not make an excellent group. You got one that's barely dressed. You're a saintly order of whatever god you may go to, and a noble. There's no way that would pass.
If we're
You all stick out
adventurers,
like sore thumbs.
if
Well,
we're
that's bad.
adventurers, let us act like adventurers.
Don't forget, you guys are all wearing cold weather gear.
Yeah, they can't see our vestments. They don't see what's underneath. We got coats and all kinds of shit over this shit.
Well, you're still putting around like armor.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing armor underneath, and my shield has my god on it, which that's not an uncommon thing. If they're a dwarf, they're going to know who Moradin is. You know.
Remember, his armor is holy.
Because it's chainmail.
Alright then, is it settled?
Yeah, just set up tactical positions. Maybe we get a job that will give us more information before we go murdering everyone. Shall we, Denali?
Let us go.
So I'm gonna start walking. As I start walking, I'm gonna look at Kage. Same thing. Shadow us. That way, if we get in trouble, and we're gonna.
So you guys have like a hostage or?
No,
noble
no,
tied up?
just me and Denali are gonna walk in.
As you walk into the camp, people are just going through wares. You know, you see a dwarf talking to the man I described earlier. It just looks like a normal caravan where people are selling things and buying things. You know, it just there's a little bit of hustle and bustle, and it seems as business as usual. Nothing extreme happening, or everyone's just doing their own thing.
I'm gonna walk up to Targa. I'm assuming it's her. Excuse me. I was wondering, you being a dwarf yourself, do you have it? I agree, it can be frustrating at times, can it not? Do you happen to have any work for a pair of adventurers like this brute of a woman and myself?
She looks you up and down. Oh, you sell swords?
We're more of the adventuring type, but what did you have in mind?
Sell swords.
If the price and the adventure are right, it could be so. And as she says this, I kind of want to like glance around to see if anything stops around us or if everything is still hustle and bustle.
Everything is hunky dory, peachy okay. And the man beside her says, "I'll be inside if you need me." He heads into the tent.
My name's Rurik. What would yours be?
Torga.
This is Denali.
What have you in mind for sale swords?
You go where I go. You fight what I fight. I pay you.
And the pay, is it good?
It's shit.
Will there be drinks involved?
Aye.
Because I tell you, this one right here, drink about 3 barrels at one time. She's quite the fascination of her species.
Where are you from?
I'm from way east of here. Place maybe you have heard. I gotta pull that up, baby. Sorry, man. It's been a while since I'd referenced that part of it. Fuck, did I save that? No. Should be a note. No, it's not. I didn't put it in notes in the game. Here we go.
Are you
I'm
looking
from-
for proper work as mercenaries?
I'm from a place called Damara. Way east of here. Other continent, matter of fact.
I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you about the part where I don't give a shit.
I figured you didn't, but you asked, so I figured you deserved the answer.
You need work as a mercenary? I'll take you on. Do what I tell you. I pay you. And keep your mouth shut. You kill, I point at.
Got it. What do we do now? Now that this arrangement's been made. Where should we be?
Well, I don't know who you are. So you don't have the job quite yet. Stick around. I'll find something for you to do.
Alright then. By your leave. We'll wait. Should we wait over by the fire by the other two gentlemen?
Yeah.
So,
Denali's gonna kind of walk off and start looking through crates and busying herself with that.
I'm gonna look around, but I'm not gonna make it too suspicious that I'm looking real hard. But I'm gonna try to glance around, see if I can find Sefik anywhere. What his description was.
We see him walk into the tent.
Go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
Which one?
Both of you.
Alrighty. Oh, I'm gonna take my inspiration on this one.
It means you have none left.
That means I have none left. And double sevens.
Oof.
Just keeping her eye on you.
Okay.
She got her hands on her hips.
On both of us.
Oh yeah.
As she does that, I'm gonna spit on the ground too, as I'm going through the crates.
She's just watching it like a hawk right now.
Do I see Sefik anywhere?
Well,
And I'm gonna kind of whisper to Rourke. Not much good this has done.
No, but we're closer than we were.
To what?
To information. The man's in the tent. By himself, I assume. Hey, maybe.
Is anybody around to like be able to hear what it is that we're saying? As we
I mean, there's
whisper
people
to one
around you,
another?
but they're doing their own thing. They're not paying attention to you.
I don't know if it was noted, but Kage followed them when we were talking earlier, and she's in stealth in the background.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Stealth? In the camp?
Yeah. I'm in the outskirts of it. I'm
Okay.
from a distance of them.
And do we notice that Torga is watching us intently?
No, you don't notice.
No. Well, never mind that then.
I'm gonna look at the bandits around me and be like, "God drain the old lizard, I do." And I'm gonna walk over to that. I'm gonna walk over to the tree, the big tree at the top left there, and kind of stand with my back turned. And I'm gonna pull out. Let me find something in my pack here. Hold up. Image. Or no. Is there I'll take a piece of I'm gonna take one of my crossbow bolts out as best as I can without drawing suspicion. Behind the tree. I'm gonna stick it into the ground. And I'm gonna cast a light cantrip on it.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna act like I'm
So
done.
the other one fades. How long does it last? A minute or two?
It lasts if I recast it on another object. So I'm gonna end it
How
on the
long?
one she has and cast it on the one I have. And it lasts an hour. It lasts an hour.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
You
turn.
leave it in the ground?
I'm gonna leave it sticking up out of the ground, behind the tree, hoping that Kage might see it.
No, if he's in the southern part of the camp. But the bandits around you see it, and they say, "Fuck are you doing back there?"
Oh, I know a little bit of magic. Learned a trick or two. Testing it out, you know.
Easy on that magic stuff, friend, or Torga will have your head.
Don't like magic, does she? And I'm gonna take the light cantrip off since I don't see Kage around, and I'm gonna put the bolt back in its quiver, and I'm just gonna walk back to Denali.
Who was it that we needed to keep alive for information?
I'm gonna look. I want to make sure no one can hear me. I'm gonna kind of move my eyes, not move my head too much, while I'm looking in the crates. And Targa.
Is that the little one?
The one that supposedly hired us? Yes.
Perhaps we can create a distraction, and our rogue
Beep.
can subdue her.
BB,
Hmm.
am I able? The way the camp is set up is the way I'm seeing it is it's kind of like a clearing among trees.
Mhm.
So I want to try and stealth around towards the area where I saw the two people that the barbarian mentioned.
You have to roll a
Describing?
perception check with that at disadvantage to see if you can spot them.
Going into that tent. Okay. Perception. I really got to learn to roll. Oh, okay, I won't complain.
That's nice.
You can see Torga, or the thing that fits the description of Torga.
Did I see her guard at all?
You saw someone there, but he's not there anymore.
And Torga went back into her tent, right?
No, the guard did. She's still outside watching
But
me
she
and
doesn't.
Denali.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much like the idea is I want to be able to creep through the woods to get closer to where the cleric and the fighter are, or the warrior are, so that way I have better line of sight of them and I'm closer to them.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit to get there stealthily. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to do some checks. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. I'm waiting. I was like, that wasn't a good roll. I swear to God, I'm done with using the game. I'm using this fucking dice.
And no one is paying attention to what's going on outside of the caravan. Everyone's busy doing what they're doing.
Okay.
What's everyone else doing?
I've moved to sit down and like have my back against this tree because I am getting sick and tired of sitting out in the snow for nothing. Kind of just looking back at the camp, seeing what I can see, trying to see if old dwarf and Denali's doing anything.
It's hard to tell what's going on over there. What is Denali and Rourke doing now?
So
Thinking this idea sucks.
How bad's
And
is it? Is it still like just
Oh.
looking through tree line, no snow, nothing crazy like that?
Trees, caravan tents, people moving around. It's just, it's a hustle and bustling caravan.
Is there a place that doesn't have
Forsaken.
as many people, or no? I'm more or less looking for the cell swords that she's hired. Is there a place in the camp where the cell swords aren't?
Everyone's just all over the place. There's no one spot where it's like, hey, all the cell swords come stand here. Like, there's no group of people sitting in a group
Okay,
with weapons.
they're just all over.
It's not Home Depot, Griever.
It's not a bunch of cell swords sitting on the curb trying to jump into your pickup.
I'm gonna whisper to Denali. Reckon we should set a tent on fire.
and what purpose would that serve? For
Distraction.
distraction?
Distraction.
And how far away are we from where the party was?
They're at the entrance of the caravan, off ways down the path.
Can Kage hear anything that they're saying, or too far away?
Who's saying?
The cleric and the big woman.
No, you're not there yet. Roll a stealth check.
I'm using this fucking dice. Watch, I roll a 1. God damn, it's 16 again. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, it's a 23. I didn't roll a 9 this time. I rolled 16.
You're still stealthing in the trees to get around.
Okay. Let me
That's
find
it.
it.
Masahiko, you can see the dwarven creature that they were talking about.
So that's the overall limit on where I can listen in on. Well,
For
read
the
on.
sake of this, I'm gonna say, yeah, if she starts talking, I'll let you know what she says.
Okay.
Cool.
Can you set fire discreetly?
If we could get a message to Kage, maybe Maxwell can. Or Ace. I don't have fire in my arsenal. My
So
flame is...
Denali's gonna think for a moment as he's talking to her and tell him, I have a drum. Perhaps I can use that as a distraction. You to set your fire. Or in place of.
Can I look around and see if I can see Kage moving? Is that
Yeah, go
possible?
ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I just want to see if I can see my friend, maybe. Nat 20.
You can't see her.
I can't see her with a natural 20.
Nope.
You're being a dick. That's okay.
what a good rogue.
You gotta think my stealth,
Uh,
when I rolled my last stealth, it was a 23. Or it was like a 24 or something.
Yeah, I know, but Nat 20 is
Thank you for calling me a dick.
Yeah, Nat 20 is a critical. He just don't want me to be able to communicate with you is what it is. That's fine.
Or how about the
Dinner.
fact that you're in a different part of the camp and you have so much foliage and cover that the check doesn't stop at 20, and even an automatic 20 critical doesn't automatically let you see through fabric, trees, and people.
If she's hidden behind something, I can see that how that would be a thing.
Yeah, she's stealthing.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
not
but
being a dick,
I'm being
realistic.
she's moving. She's also moving.
Yeah.
So what I
Right.
was trying to just catch
is
a
our
glimpse of her.
ultimate
But
is our ultimate plan to attack.
We
I'm
need
whispering quietly.
to kidnap her without drawing us in on it. if possible. And I don't want to be responsible for murdering a bunch of people who are just the employ of a woman's greed and vice.
Water seeks its own level, friend.
I know. But she's
They're
watching.
as evil as she is if what you say of her is true. It
Lord,
is not innocent blood.
Lord knows we'd be doing the world a service. But
So
look,
I ask again, is
but-
that our ultimate plan?
to fight?
Yes.
Roll a dexterity saving throw, Rurik and Denali.
Okay. $18.
11.
Just then, a snowball hits you in the face. Denali. You look out in the trees, and you see a figure hanging out of this tree, going like this. And it's Kage.
Yeah. Patrick approval.
What the fuck was that? Do I make a scene about it? Does anybody notice? I'm gonna look around and see if anybody noticed the snowball come flying in out of nowhere.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. I want to make sure before I have to act like I did it to her, just to fucking clown around.
Be careful what you wish for.
Nat 20.
And you can tell you've been here so long that you know all their personalities and you know how they feel during
No,
the day. And what
that's
they have
not
to
what I was
witness.
saying. No.
And you know that they don't notice because you can see one eye's looking this way. You know the exact. You see the beams, the beams coming out of their eyes. You see exactly where the trajectory of their vision is at. Almost like the cones of their vision, like Metal Gear Solid. They're just not there.
Now you're being a smartass. You
can
went from being
even
a dick
see
to a
the
smartass.
crowd of where they came.
Now I'm being a dick.
Yeah.
No, they can look through their vision to see what they're seeing.
But does it look like anybody
No.
notices when I look around?
No, you look around and no one seems to either care or notice.
Okay.
Everyone's just kind of like, sometimes motherfuckers gotta throw snowballs, you know, it's alright.
So I am going to tell Rurik, relieve yourself again.
Perhaps you do. They'll think it's
Welcome
weird.
to equality.
Just go over and you get to go squat in a
I'm
tree.
gonna go pop a squat. How big is the tree she's hanging from? Because I'm a big bitch.
Alright, roll a guess check for the DM. It's about 4 feet wide.
Look at that hell of a tree.
Oh shit.
So I am going to walk over to the tree and go around to the backside and wait for Kage to.
She's there.
Cover
She
it.
sees you.
You're not going to pee here, are you? I'm here.
You don't want to watch?
I've seen enough in my lifetime. I don't want to see that.
Your cleric friend
news?
is wanting. Your cleric friend is wanting to create a distraction. He says we have to abduct or kidnap the dwarf.
You want me to carry that fat dwarf out of the camp?
Look at her, Captain Obvious over here.
I can't keep a straight face for that.
Now we're using our noodle.
Are you not capable?
You are. If you want a distraction, I can be here in case anyone notices and stealth in during the commotion and possibly get rid of a few if need be. But I will not be carrying a fat dwarf.
Sorry.
This is hard, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's such
That's
a
what she
funny.
said.
It's such a funny situation. It's.
Chris, roll a perception check with advantage.
Go. Boop. Manage clicked. Perception.
And you see the dwarf lean over to the tent, and you see her mouth the words, "I don't trust those two. They're being real suspicious."
Just gonna shake my head like, oh, wonderful. It's just gonna be Brand Shadow all over again.
Kage's gonna tell the Goliath, why don't we just kill everyone? And you take off with the dwarf.
I
I'm
am more than
bored.
okay with that, but your friend does not seem to be. I could use a good battle.
Well, I'm not here for plans. Get the distraction and see what happens.
Can you relay that to the rest of the party
Okay,
and have them be at the ready?
yes. So I somersault out of the tree and slip into the woods.
And I'm gonna come back around the tree, adjusting my pants like they had just been undone, and come back and share the conversation with Rurik.
All that ale went right through you, didn't it?
So it would appear. So I am. So we're not that far from where the rest of the party is, correct?
No,
Yeah.
So they're gonna be close enough.
You're at the
Okay.
northern part of the camp. They're still kind of like at the entrance area.
I have
And
an
how many
I have an
people
idea.
are there besides Torga and Suffolk?
There's no numerical value, but they're customers and bystanders mixed in variously. Like, there's no tall tale of who's abandoned and who's not. They're just looking through wares, paying people in the stalls, things like that.
I got an idea.
Hmm.
What if me and you get in a fist fight?
And she just starts laughing really loud because
No,
that is genuinely funny to her.
I'm being serious. We get in a fist fight. There's our distraction.
Do you wish to die with the other people
I
here?
said a fist fight, not your axe. It might give them a reason to trust us if we fight amongst ourselves a little bit. Don't hate me for this. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you really think that is the best idea?
Or you can punch one of the other guys. Your choice.
Say he smacked your ass.
Are you ready for what will come if we
Huh.
start this?
I hope so.
You may have to take lives.
If it stops more from being taken, then it's worth it. Ah, you stupid bitch! I saw it first! That's
was not
mine!
the place I was going to go.
And I'm gonna grab a climber's kit out of one of the crates.
Hey, you son of a bitch, put that back unless you're buying it.
I'll buy it before she buys it. How much is it?
You will need to buy it when I pry it from your dead hand.
30 gold.
That's a markup. 5 gold more. Fuck. Have you not heard the tales of dwarves? They're pretty stubborn when it comes to price. Can I give you 28?
Give me 40 now.
Ah, fuck it. You want it, you can have it. I'm gonna punch the shit out of fucking Denali. I'm gonna hit her. Like, not trying to hurt her.
Roll
You
in
sure you want to
bonus.
do that?
Yeah,
Kill her.
I do.
She would like to rage.
I'll,
My God.
what do you want me to roll? Strength check?
Roll strength.
Okay.
D20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. 14.
And then, what's your AC at?
Mine is 16.
It misses. As it swings wide, the dwarf trying to hit a 7-foot tall Goliath. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at her. Play it wonk.
So I am going to roll a strength check to pick him up by the seat of his pants and faithfully toss him.
All right, it's going to be a contested grapple check there, so go
Okay.
ahead and both roll an athletics check.
Okay. La, 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 la. 6. 14. No, 13. Okay.
That was almost a... Yeah, and she grapples you,
Yep.
and she sends you flying, because she kind of
And
grabs you by the waist, lifts you up, and like she's trying to throw a boulder behind you.
And as I lift him up before I throw him, I say, "This is what you wanted." And I
I'm
throw him.
gonna laugh a little bit as she throws me. Be like,
And
yeah.
she launches you. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And then, for the purpose of this, you guys roll initiative.
Okay.
And blah, 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 blah. You take 2 points of bludgeoning
Ooh,
damage
okay.
as you hit the ground, the hard impact, and kind of roll a little bit and hit the base of a tree.
Okay.
Ass into it, you know.
Oh, you rolled a nat 20 on initiative. All right.
Everyone says, fight, 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 fight. And everyone in the caravan surrounds you completely, including Torga and Selfic come running. She's like, about fucking time I'm bored of shit.
Did I make it back to the party yet during them doing this?
Yeah, you're just arriving when you hear this eruption of boisterous laughter and yeah, fine, woo! You hear these little bets being placed around. Yeah, I got my eye on this son of a bitch, you know, that kind of thing.
So I'm gonna look at the party and be like, they started a distraction. We may have to kill people, and then I just turn around and go back.
Oh my god.
More notes to write.
All right. Let's go.
So we are in a circle, right?
Yeah, you two are in a circle where you just threw him, and everyone in the caravan is sitting around yelling and screaming and saying, fight, yeah, fuck him up. And they're like, look at the side of the, that's a huge bitch, you know, that kind of thing.
So what I want to do is kind of like walk like facing him around the circle and pull out one of my hand axes and get ready like I'm going to attack him, and then let me know when I can proceed with all that stuff based on what the rest of the party is doing.
Yeah, it's your turn. You pull out your hand axe. What else are you doing?
Going to at him, but I'm actually going to hit the person behind him as long as he's not Torga.
God.
You're just gonna hit a random stranger with your axe?
Oh my god.
This is what he wanted.
No, I don't think that's what he wanted.
For a fight.
Are you talking about like rearing your axe up and you hit someone?
No, she's talking about throwing that shit but missing me on purpose and hitting the guy behind me.
Mm-hmm.
The fight is between you and Rurik. So if you attack others...
Oh, I thought we were rolling initiative like for the whole
No,
party.
we're
this
initiating.
is between you two.
We're gonna beat the hell out of
This is
each
your
other.
plan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
We're
see,
trying
I
to.
thought
Your
the plan was
messages.
to create distraction and end up fighting them. No, hold on.
Oh, everyone's not
My
fighting.
bad.
They're watching you two go at it.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Give me just-
But in all the other Gladiator movies, it's sick as fuck when random bystanders get clipped.
This ain't Gladiator.
I was going a completely different direction with that.
Kidding.
Sorry, guys. In my mind, we were going to start fighting and killing people.
No,
and the rest
no.
of the party was going to come join in. So,
You guys
my
don't even
bad.
know who the bad guys are. You just, all right. you
Yeah,
murderers.
just we ain't trying to kill everybody. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to
thought
hear.
we
B-
were.
Yeah, I don't want BB to
That's
be
why I
calling
was
us
asking if you
murderers
were
for the next
sure.
week.
Fucking hobos now.
I got to create a task force to hunt down adventurers, guys.
So I'm just going to stand at the ready and just kind of taunt him.
By saying something derogatory about his height.
You really think you can handle this?
I've knocked down bigger bitches, and I'm gonna fucking run and spear her kneecaps.
Well, you're gonna have to take 15 feet of movement speed to get
Yeah,
up.
there
so
you
can
go.
walk.
Yeah.
And then you can run at her. What are you gonna do? Spear her?
I'm just gonna jump at her legs and fucking try to hit her in her legs and grab a hold of them
Bite her
and
fucking
pull
ankles.
her down. Yeah.
Try to grapple her legs.
Yeah.
All right, consistent grapple check there. Athletics, both of you.
Okay. Damn, Heather, you fucking suck.
As you dive for her legs, she kind of just
Yeah, just
opens
pick
them
one
wider,
up.
and you slide through.
Woo!
Sliding in the snow behind her.
And as
And now
he
you're
does
on the
that,
ground again. You're just kind of like, fuck. You know.
And as he does that, I'm going to gently, like, donkey kick him in his ass as he's sliding underneath.
Yeah. She gives you a little nudge. You go a few feet further.
I'm gonna get back up.
Everyone's like, ooh.
And I'm going to kind of toss my hand axe back and forth.
She turns around. She's kind of taunting you. It's like, when's the fight gonna start? You know, kind of thing.
I'm gonna get back up. That's 15 more feet, and then I'm gonna try to move at her and I guess sock her in the stomach because I'm not real tall.
Well, it's her turn now.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay.
I'm going to walk over, and I'm going to push his forehead so he falls ass down in the snow.
I'm already face down.
Oh my
How
god, you
about
should
you
do
sit
this
up?
where he's like fighting like this. Okay.
You didn't stand back up?
No, I couldn't. He said it's not my turn. It's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to pick him up by the pants and just throw him again. Is that another
All right.
athletics?
It is, but yours is at advantage. His is at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh God. And you go to pick him up, and he's just heavier than he looks. And you kind of struggle, and you're kind of, God, you fat son of a bitch. Trying to lift his
And I'm
forefoot
gonna
out of the
say-
ground.
Oh, Kogi was right about fat dwarfs.
Hey.
All right, Rourke. Now it's your turn.
All right. As she tries to pick me up, has her grip let go? She pretty much let go.
Nah, she's just trying to pick you up.
Okay. I don't know how to
You can
get her.
stand up now because
Yeah.
she didn't lift you.
Yeah, that's what I'll do then. And then I'm gonna, since is she bent over?
No,
Okay.
she stood up with you trying to lift you up.
Okay.
She's still standing.
I'm gonna punch her again, or try to.
All right.
I got the snacks for this.
Roll your strength.
All right. Not one.
Do I need to bother rolling at all?
You just die. You just collapse to the ground. Reroll. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he goes to swing at you, and you kind of move out of the way, and you're like, all right, this is getting pathetic. And everyone's like, come on, hit her already! What are you, fucking... What are you
So
doing now?
I'm just gonna taunt him. I'm gonna just use my turn to taunt him and kind of pull out
Yeah,
my
she
wardrobe.
puts her hand on your head, and you're just kind of swinging like this violently. You can't reach her. She's holding you back, and everyone's laughing.
And while that's going on, I'm tapping on my wardrobe, doing a little jig.
Yeah, she's like, dum, 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 dum.
If only she had some bagpipes.
Yeah, right.
Only the bag is pipes.
As Eric breaks into the song.
Oh God.
It's looking real pathetic. This dwarf has been tossed in the air, ran at her, slid through her legs, and now is trying to swing at her while she's holding him back by his forehead. It just looks like a comedy show, and everyone's cursing and enjoying the show. It's comedy to them right now.
You're a lot harder to hit than you look.
All right, it's your turn, Denali. What are you gonna do? Oh, well, you said you were doing the drum thing. All right, Rick, what are you going to do now?
Try her again. Damn it, I gotta get once. I cannot hit
Well,
this bitch.
He's still swinging violently.
All
Trying to hit
right.
her.
So what I want to do now is pick him up by his shoulders kind of swing him around in a circle and let him go.
Okay, so you want to spin and throw him, toss him
Yep.
like a shock put. All right. Go ahead and roll a contested athletics check. See if the grapple check is real.
Are you fucking
Hey,
kidding
he's
me?
just heavy as fuck, and you go to grab him, but you can't get him.
It's all that ale.
You
A
guys
day
are just
later,
kinda
it's done.
doing this awkward, like he's trying to swing.
Yeah.
Grab him.
So we're
It
gonna
looks like a
continue.
mess.
Yeah, we're gonna. Is there any way we can? Well, no. I'm gonna grab her legs and pick her up to where she falls on her ass.
I'm trying to do the scoop.
Yep,
Scoop and
scoop and drop. I got to get her down to my
Test that
size.
athletics check.
13.
13, and you guys lock into arm grabs over each other's shoulders. You guys are just. She's bent over and
As
just
she's
standing straight up.
As she's bent over, down a little
You guys
bit.
are like head to head, like
Yeah.
WWE wrestlers in the ring. This is what we're gonna do next. That kind of thing. In each other's ear.
I'm gonna look at her and say to her, I hope they're on their way. I don't know how much longer we can do this.
Right?
And as he says that, I'm going to use my turn to try and body slam him.
Another fucker.
She's gonna try to judo hip toss you right now. Alright, go ahead and roll a
Are you fucking kidding me?
And she goes to hip toss you, but you kind of like, you're just so stout. You're kind of like, no one hip tosses me. And you guys are still struggling.
Bitch is made
And
out
what
of
he
concrete.
doesn't know is that I'm letting him win.
You guys are rolling like shit.
I know.
This is
All
not
right, bro.
And this is
It's your turn. All right, go ahead,
And now
Rory.
Denali's starting to actually get irritated.
Yeah, she's starting to get mad.
All right, and I'm gonna pick. I hope this don't result in real weapon combat. I'm gonna try
Oh,
to.
it's getting there.
It's blade fighting until someone gets pissed off, right?
Yeah.
It turns to
Yeah.
horse fight.
Yeah,
Right?
We're
yeah.
heading there.
I'm gonna point behind her and say, "What's that?" And I'm gonna sucker punch her in the face.
Roll a deception check.
Okay.
And this is where Rorik dies.
19.
Oh no!
All right,
Wait. Does he have to jump for that?
No, because her head was.
Doesn't he have to jump for that?
Most of the hits will be, abdomen or titty.
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah. I'm not trying to hit her in the face. I know that's too much. That's too tough. I'm just trying to I'm trying to fucking play this out. I want her to.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Of course, that's my lowest.
And she rolls.
What
She
the?
goes, what's that over that way? She goes, nothing. And you guys are still grappled in this awkward dance. Of, like, there's fucking kiss already. Someone says in the background. All right. Denali's your turn.
Oh, what?
Hold on.
Yeah, let the party try to arrive. We've been doing this for like 45 seconds. Oh my god.
So, as this
Daniel,
is
you're
going
muted.
on,
Oh, okay.
Did you want to say something? As this is happening, Eric is lighting a cigarette.
Yeah, lighting a cigarette. No, I was gonna say he has already entered the camp and he's trying to see if he can locate Torga, but continue with the WWE.
Yeah, everyone's in the circle. Everyone in the camp, including Torga and Sefik. But
so
as the fight's going on, Torga's like, "I've had enough of this pussy shit," and she fucking throws out 2 fucking short swords into the middle of your feet.
I like her.
Kill her.
We're about to lose a dwarf.
Blood for the blood
So-
god.
As this happens, because you said we're interlocked, right? So I'm down at his level.
Yeah, you're like bent over.
Okay. I want to do a contested strength check to kind of like throw him over my shoulder.
Okay.
Because now I'm really pissed that I cannot pick him up. Like, So that
Roll
means
it
strength
again.
or athletics?
It's in athletics.
9. 12.
And you just see her. You guys are tossing and moving around, and you're like, "Oh, what's over there?" She's like, "Nothing." And then fucking the swords get thrown at your feet, and you're not paying attention to them. So she kind of stops in the middle of it. She looks up at you, and you just see this rage in her eyes. She's like, "Wait, it's supposed to be it's a joke!" And woof, you get launched over her shoulder and fall back down. And go ahead and roll a.
And I say on the way through the air, I believe I can fly.
And then you lose 1 ability point. For having said that.
What do you want me to roll? Dexterity?
Saving throw, see if you land on your feet.
Alright. 20.
And you do, you land on your feet, everyone's like, "Oh!" As they see this dwarf kind of spin in the air, he's just like, "Ha ha!"
Tony Hawk,
You don't
Tony
know.
Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Oh my god. When is the
Where you
party
going
gonna
now?
get here?
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
else.
what I
The
was
party's
just
there.
gonna ask.
Everyone's just watching right now. Kind of like, what the fuck is going on here?
Even the
Kage wants to
party?
try and sneak into the tents and see if she finds anything.
Okay, you can do that. You can sneak into the tent.
So wait, the whole party's watching now too?
Yeah, everyone's there.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
So how many people are around us roughly?
Everybody.
A specific number I don't have, but it's a lot of people.
Yeah, we don't know who's innocent and who's guilty. That's the problem.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for my misunderstanding.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. The whole point was not to murder people. It was try to kidnap.
Which is also illegal.
A criminal, not so much.
If you kidnap a fucking murderer, I think it's all right.
Yeah.
A legend.
So with Kage,
I'm gonna put this bitch in my well.
It's Rorik's turn.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, "Fuck this and the job," and I'm gonna start walking away.
He's trying to disengage, but you're angry.
And it's exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking a disengage. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
So she gets disadvantage.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Denali?
I'm gonna bum rush him.
Oh, she's gonna bum rush you. And
Literally.
tackle him or punch him or
Yeah, I want to tackle him to the ground.
you know pull out a weapon and hit him.
No.
Alright. Go ahead and roll that contested athletics check with disadvantage.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And now the Goliath runs at you and goes attacking you and kind of slips and biffs it in the snow, and now she's on the ground sliding beside you.
And I'm gonna kick her in the ass as she slides by. Same thing she did to me when
Kind
she
of just knocks you in the butt cheek, and everyone's laughing. Like, what the fuck is this?
And it's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it's Rourke's turn.
And I'm gonna start running away, like we're hauling ass away out of the camp, hoping maybe I'm gonna look at her and be like, "Man, you can't catch me!"
Everyone's like, "Pussy!" And everyone was like, "Oh!" As the fight is apparently ending because the dwarf is running out of the camp.
Denali is fuming,
I bet.
but she has learned a great lesson.
Everyone was like, "What a waste of fucking time!" Everyone was like grumping and mad and walking away and just like, "Fuck, call that a fight."
Can we
Call that a
see the rest of the
disaster.
party?
As people start dispersing in, they're standing around in the crowd.
Because I was thinking about turning around to the crowd and saying, "Who's next?"
Everyone's like, "Not you." Everyone's just kind of like not unimpressed. You know, they thought they were getting a fight. They got a fucking clown show. everyone's heading back to their stalls and whatever business that they had. And Torga's just kind of standing there with Suffolk, and she's like looking at him. I threw him fucking swords. They even use them. And she goes to pick them up. I ain't hiring those two. Fuck that. Can't fight for shit.
Can I hear that?
Yup.
Is that a challenge?
I don't know if you want.
You want to fight me after that?
That was just play.
Get the fuck on before you hurt yourself, you amateur. And she turns to walk away with Suffolk.
I'm gonna hawk a fat ass loogie on the ground. I want it very audible so that she can hear it.
She hears it, but she gives 0 fucks. What's everyone else doing?
Where's the rest of the party?
They're all around watching this shit go down.
I was creeping in all the tents.
Yeah, what you looking for?
Anything that might be shiny for Kage, or anything involving the mission.
It's just cots, bedrolls, pots and pans, things like that, clothing. Nothing of interest for Kage.
Okay.
Anything relating to chocolate? I'm joking. It's not hurt me.
So I'm gonna come out of the tent, and since everybody's there, I'm gonna go to the Goliath and say, well, your distraction did not work. Do we just kill him?
It would have worked had you all not just stood and watched. Or had they not all stood and watched.
It seems you needed to entertain them more. I don't think you were able to pick up the dwarf enough.
You were right about them being fat.
You may need to work out more.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that.
Oh, your pride hurts. Getting laying a hit on a dwarf.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not happy.
No, you are not.
While all this fighting was going on, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I would not mind shedding blood right now. Being the warrior I am. Go ahead.
Right. He's talking.
What were you gonna say, Daniel?
He's. No.
Give me a.
How's everyone else doing?
Looking around.
I'm gonna walk up to Masahiko, and I'm going to say to him, "They put on quite the show, but if you want to bait a trap, you have to use the right bait. I hate saying this, but somebody who would be able to buy their way out of a lottery would be the best bait."
Right, you're quite right. As it was, they were already caught for this look. Watching the two that were by the tent talking, they were being suspected from the get-go. It doesn't surprise me at this point. But the question is, do you think these ones are sowing the lottery, or do you think they're just killing whoever they find in the lottery?
Perhaps
I
we could try
imagine.
to. Perhaps we could try to bluff our way.
Yeah, might as well. If anything's better than that fiasco of a show that we just had to watch.
We could
It was
say
entertaining.
we could try and, considering the path that they took, we could try and say that we brought this noble from Termalaine or Bremen. It might work if we can pull it off.
I have at least 100 gold coin left on my person. We could potentially use that as a starter wager for it.
Well, hopefully they'd be buying it from us.
Not true. We'll see how this goes.
I guess we should run it by Ace and make sure she's okay with it. Before our bloodthirsty friends decide to start creating more than just a fist fight, no matter how humorous that was.
It was a definitely interesting show. But yes, you're right. Let's go check with Lady Frumpy on how she feels on the matter. Where is the Ace Frumpy?
Looking
She's
around.
So we'll make our
Oh,
way
sure.
over to Ace.
Oh,
Ace.
Mm-hmm. What do you need, Maxwell? Maxwell, what do you need? Or is it Masahiko?
it's Maxwell.
Well, I was right.
Well, I'm assuming Masahiko would be with me. It would probably
Yep,
be the
I'm with
better
you.
option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
I mean,
We're going to need to use you as bait.
what Maxwell says is accurate. We're out of all of us here, between me and you, we're the only two that could potentially actually possibly get results out of this.
Why not just go around gloating that you bought out of the lottery? You're noble, you have money. Maybe it might stir the right pot. If they're the ones responsible and they overhear that you bought out on the lottery, well,
Because then we wouldn't have control over the situation. If we present someone to them as a bartering tool, then we have a little bit more leeway on a one-on-one. Wouldn't you agree?
I would go on with this plan, but I am wanted. Well, not really wanted. I am under suspicion for something I didn't do. More or less. Not only that, I am trying to keep my head down from certain people. So, with going out and blabbering about how I had done something, I don't feel I would be too safe. And
That's the idea behind bartering.
well,
You wouldn't be
yes,
announcing it.
but
And the only people that need know are the people we're trying to capture.
that too. But
And worst comes to worst, the rogue's daggers can be happy.
well, if it's a part of Masahiko's plan, then I'll play along.
I only ask Masahiko because he seems to have knowledge on trading more than I ever would.
I'll do it because Masahiko's the only one I mostly trust around here. So, what
The
did
only-
you want me to do?
Well, we would tie you up, bind your hands. It's gonna get kinky from here on out.
What?
Bind your hands. We'll walk you in, like we
like a prisoner.
Perhaps a little subtlety on this would be better. Cover our hands with one of these blankets when we walk up. Try to make it not too obvious.
Yeah. We still need you to be able to fight in case.
Well, I
Maybe
still have
if
my
we-
voice. So that would help. Dearly.
As long as the other members are around, if something goes south, you'll be ready.
Alright then. When are we starting the plan?
Well,
Right now! Let's go!
If Kaga would be so nice
Back
to tell,
over.
if Kaga would be nice to tell the rest of the party what we're doing, we'll proceed as we go now.
Mm.
Just gonna nod my head at that oomph and keep going.
Oh, were you telling Kage to do so?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going back
gotcha.
and telling the party.
Alright.
One second. In that moment, while you guys are talking and deciphering a plan, and Torga's walking away with Suffolk, you see this rage well up in Denali. This anger, frustration. She pulls out her great sword. And she yells a war cry. And she runs at Torga. And hits her in the back with her greatsword as she's running away. Go ahead and roll damage.
What a meanie.
Everyone, roll initiative.
Oops.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Okay.
Thank you for attacking him. Her.
Hey, I just wanted
I was about to lose my fucking mind if we did 13 more plans that were. I just wanted to I wanted to just go in and stab her in the neck while y'all were fighting.
Denali is fucking livid.
I wouldn't be mad if you did.
Oh,
Look, let's not break down the night. That was a good place to end it.
Yeah.
There was some antics had, things like that. All right.
Well, that was interesting, Heather.
you're writing down some things.
Prima donna, yeah.
Program things.
And we wanted you guys to do stuff if you guys would have just said something. Maybe.
I was trying to, I wanted to be able to sneak around him,
I
but
don't know how much I can stress that this campaign is run by you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a lull and you're bored and your character wants to do something, fucking do it. Say something. Stop trying to be nice. Stop saying I'm sorry. Come in with your character and do something about it. You let 2 people fucking go around the goddamn caravan for like 2 hours to get nothing done. You got a fucking stalking rogue in the middle of the background doing nothing, but just walking around. Like, you guys are sitting at the entrance doing nothing. And then you hatch this plan to do a distraction. Distraction for what? It pulled everyone into the circle. What are y'all trying to do here? And why are you guys after Torga? It's just her caravan. You're after the guy who you think is killing everyone. Not one time have I heard anyone talk about Selfic. It's all Torga, Torga, Torga. It's like, are you guys paying attention to the story?
No, I know who. I told him that.
That's why
So-
originally I wanted someone to come in and just
Like,
gloat
Your
about.
character actions are your own, and whatever you do is what you do. But I'm trying to wrap my head around the information that I give you guys. And like, am I not clear? Is it too vague? Is it not descriptive enough?